Good afternoon, everybody. I am Angela, your rogue trader. I feel like it's been a while since we've played.
A week.
Is it been actually a week? My goodness. It's okay. I've been playing Cyberpunk in the meantime, so I've been getting my narrative fixed. But we are back in Rogue Trader today, and I think the first thing that we're going to do is we have a Save the Aldari Survivors quest over here. Now, I have already checked the ship, but I will prove to you that we are fully repaired.
Have you checked all your weapon upgrades and stuff?
I have, yes. There's nothing new that I've gotten.
Have you gone shopping?
No.
Shop with the.
Let me double. I may have.
I told her to do this at least half a dozen times.
Well, the thing is now I say no, but I'm actually not 100% positive if that no is accurate. Because I may have, and I think I bought things, and I think I actually.
That's fair. Well, it's been a week. It's been a week.
Yeah, but let's go check with Janris.
Janius.
Yo, dog. I need you to yes, because I do have stuff with the Imperial Navy, so I must have bought stuff.
Okay.
Now I do have a shit ton of points if I can get higher up. The problem is I don't know if I have.
You have to do ship combat to level them.
Yeah, okay. So I'm as far with them as I can get myself.
And you equipped all the new components.
And I have equipped all the new components. I know I definitely did that. So excellent. I think we are good to go into ship combat, and well, if not, then well, I will just reload my save.
Yeah, be sure to save right beforehand, because it is, if I recall, it's actually a little bit of a tougher fight.
Oh, great. Excellent. All right, well, let's go. A fire broke out on one of the decks during the warp voyage. The raging disaster consumed the entire chamber, destroying precious cargo and damaging the interior plating. No guilty parties were found. While clearing out the rubble, a few people claimed the soot on the plasteel beams formed lines in a cryptic alien language not known to humans. The delirious workers were exhausted and their bodies disposed of in a proper manner. The ship left the hostile Immaterium and returned to real space. Oh, well, my god.
Shit happens.
Shit happens. All right, let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and visit this region. Oh my goodness. Good luck with that, Havman. Alright, so... Okay, there is a traces of space battle here. So let's go explore it. Da-da-da. Aldari in distress. Yearlit is convinced that some of her kin can be found in the system. Alright, Lord Captain. There is evidence of a recent scuffle straight ahead of us. Throne take me, this is not a frigate. This is just a gutted piece of metal. The helmsman falls silent for a moment. Blimey, the culprits are here too. It is the Aldari freaks! I recognize their shiny arses even from this distance. Except, the xenos are acting suspiciously. They are hovering in place and do not even try to run. Should we approach them or open fire from a distance? Call off your people, Elentok. Something is wrong. The children of Azarian are dismayed. But doing something like this to a Monkey vessel? No, we are not animals. I appeal to your prudence and the promise you made. Do not destroy my kin for the deeds they did not commit. Lord Captain, we have received a report from the Augur crew. This situation is unusual. The Xeno ship displays no biological or... Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Energetical signatures? Energy signatures? Is that what that is?
That sounds like.
Okay. Energetical signatures. Even though it appears to be intact. According to the scanners, there is nobody on board. Interesting. Also, Luke, thank you for a 1-month membership. My goodness. Rogue Trader Angela and Lord Captain... Or Lord Chaos Cultist Rule, please keep it going. Well, thank you, Luke. You are awesome, and thank you for using your membership post for the day. I don't remember what that's called specifically, but if you are a member, I do think like once a month you get like a free, you can have it show up big and huge like this and like make a big deal out of you being there for a month. So feel free to use those whenever you want. Howdy, Sierra. Welcome. Lovely to have you here. Also, Alex and Havman and Luke, I don't know if I've said hello to you guys specifically already, but
You're
it's...
hyper today, aren't you?
I just drank a swig of my invisible soda. Oh, it looks actually really cool as a bottle, doesn't it? Look, I can remove my arm. Kind of. Okay.
Whatever makes you happy, dear.
Many things do. If you guys watched my Christmas stream, I've started opening up all my tools, and I'm very excited. We went to Home Depot the other day. We bought a couple of safety, equipment stuff. And I think I know what, big tool storage I'm gonna do. So, fingers crossed we'll get that soon. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, kind of just waiting for the month to take over.
Yeah, pretty much.
Credit cards.
Pretty much. Alright, so there's nobody on board this ship. Very, very scary. That's what it is. You get a free super chat. Oh, Luke, thank you so much for the gifted membership. You are amazing. Cornay Howard, welcome to the Hobby Night Legion. Alright, let's continue. However, survivors are believed to be hiding in one of the compartments of the damaged vessel of the Imperium. We have also spotted some drifting plating remains that belong to a third unidentified vessel. I would like to have the acolytes of the machine cult identify the remains of the third vessel before we do anything. The Vox Master relays the order to the tech priest and promptly receives a reply. Lord Captain, I am reporting that the hull fragments belong to the Drukhari Xeno race, but the presence of their ship in this system at this time has not been yet confirmed. Alright, I would like you to dispatch... Actually, send a shuttle to scouts... Send a shuttle with scouts to investigate the Xeno ship. Ooh, Xeno trophies. Hell yeah. Alright. After several hours of tedious waiting, Vigidus gets back on air. Lord Captain, the scouts confirmed our early reports. The Xeno ship is intact. Many valuable artifacts have been found inside, but neither the Aldari nor their bodies were discovered. We got a oh my gosh, we got a shuriken catapult. Hell yeah. And then we got a bunch of Xeno artifacts. Love it. We are late. Again, Ellen Talk. Alright, dispatch a rescue team if there are any survivors on the frigate. It will be done. Vigidus flips the switch on the Vox system cognitor, and the transmission goes quiet for a while. Oh, we got more Xeno artifacts and some fuel. Lord Captain, the scouts managed to rescue several emaciated officers from the wrecked ship. Despite their wounds, they were able to tell us what happened. During a patrol, the frigate discovered an Eldari ship crossing the system and decided to immediately attack the enemies of humanity. The Xeno vessel proved too fast and skittish, but at one point its engines failed, giving the frigate a chance to attack. When the guns were aimed, several Drukhari ships suddenly pounced from the darkness. At first, they attacked from a distance, but soon boarded the frigate and wreaked a bloody massacre on the decks. It is only by sheer miracle that the surviving officers managed to escape, locking themselves up in a hidden technical compartment the Xenos had no use for. The survivors claimed that the Xeno conspired and deliberately led the ship into a trap where it met its doom. The Xenos joined forces to eliminate a vessel of the Imperium. An alliance between the Aldari and the Drukhari is an unusual sight, and yet such an outcome is hardly surprising. Why, Master Interrogator, I was just thinking exactly the same thing. At least you and I can finally agree on something. Oh, Jai. I forgot I had you in my party.
She's on the ship.
I know, but I haven't used her, at all, so I forgot she was there. So this is, the first time I feel like
and I'm here, too.
And I'm here, too! Oh, my goodness. Alright. How blind are the Monkei to the vices of their own? Humans attack the ship of the children of Assyrian, sailing peacefully by, but it is my kinspeople who are to blame? Yulit is beside herself with contempt and rage. That's not good for her. Emotions are bad for her. No, my kind would not willingly take part in a massacre orchestrated by the Dark Ones and then abandon their ship. Something else happened here. Something I'm afraid to even consider. We have done everything we could. We are leaving. As you command, Lord Captain. Alright. We're going to search around because maybe we'll maybe the Aldari are on one of these planets. I do agree with Yearlit, despite my incredibly bigoted party, that this doesn't seem familiar, and also I don't really feel like the Drukhari and the Aldari are very likely to work together. Like, at all. The telemetry indicates that these... Wait, no. Heinrichs, you spoke too fast. The telemetry indicates that these are the remains of an Imperial world. A sorry sight. It is unlikely we will learn what catastrophe took place here. Oh. Well, fine. Well, it was just a planetoid. Sounds more like Harlequins? Ooh. Are there Harlequins in this game, actually? I don't know. Ah, that's a shame. Well, no. I think there are, because I feel like... Actually, I don't know. That's all fan art, and I don't know if all of it is, like, all characters from the game, or if it's partially... I think there might be, though.
There might also be Harlequin, like, equipment in the game, just as the reference.
Maybe. Alright. The crew retreated to a truly impressive sight. A colossal storm on the gas giant's surface. The planet's dimensions in themselves were mind-boggling, and then it birthed a tempest. The storm to end all storms. As the Lord Captain and her officers observed it from a safe distance through the bridge's huge viewing windows, because let me tell you, my viewing windows are massive, monstrous. I have the largest viewing windows on any ship. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Okay? Just throwing that out there. My viewing windows are gigantic. Someone suggested giving it a name, and the Emperor's Wrath...
Her viewing windows are huge.
Thank you. Thank you. Lohi, welcome. Or Lauhi? I might have said that wrong the first time. Hopefully I said it right the second time. Or at least one of the times at some point. Hello. More rogue Eldar than any craft world or dark craft world. That seems likely. All right. My huge viewing windows. Someone suggested giving it a name, and the Emperor's Wrath garnered the most votes. Someone in the crew believed the storm to be an omen. My God. We can only hope it's an omen of great things to come. I mean, it's literally called the Emperor. We named it Emperor's Wrath. Like... let's hope it's directed at our foes and not us. I don't want the Emperor's Wrath directed at me. Scan the planet. Alex says that he could not have said it better, CC. Nice.
Thank you.
Alright, so nothing on that dead world. So we've got a gas giant, a dead world, a planetoid. I'm gonna apparently fly partially into the sun. What is happening here?
That would be a denser star. It's
Sucking the mass off of the bigger star?
if it's less dense, yes.
Okay. A jungle world. Alright, the Cognitor's screen highlights the shapes of several buildings. This small settlement, the only one on the planet, is a Winterscale Dynasty outpost. I could raid the outpost, I could continue my journey, or I could visit let's visit the outpost. After a lengthy descent to the planet, you are rewarded with a dismal sight. The entire outpost consists of long columns of uniform bunkhouses, machine hangars, and a large headquarters topped with the massive antenna of an ancient voxcaster. The binary suns hanging in the sky make every object cast two shadows, a spectacle you find vaguely disturbing. The custodian and his people go out of their way to give the esteemed guest a proper reception, but their resources are scarce at best. I'd like to talk to the custodian. The custodian shares alarming news. The outpost is highly dependent on various deliveries from the core Winterscale worlds, but 2 ships have already failed to arrive on schedule. The locals do not have an astropath of their own, so the custodian cannot determine the cause of the delays or request aid. The outpost will soon run out of food at this rate, so the custodian sends an urgent request for provisions. He is begging you for help, offering what little his settlement has in exchange. Oh, we're definitely supplying them with provisions. I have 11. I think we'll be fine. The custodian showers you with gratitude and hurries to send gifts in return. The formerly grim and worried faces of his men light up with relief. I received a needle rifle. Ooh, does toxic. Okay. And then my provisions were removed. Lovely. Well, I guess we'll collect. We also got some other junk to go into our cargo. The return journey treats you to a rare and unexpected spectacle. An eclipse begins as one of the two local suns covers the other. You watch as the temperature drops and the lighting changes, and the double shadows vanish. The two disks in the sky merge, forming a shimmering oval and then becoming one. Eventually, the fantastic event passes, leaving behind a vivid memory. Cool. We got to see a cool light show. I helped some people not starve. I got a cool gun for it that does toxic damage.
And that will probably result in that people developing some kind of legend about that solar eclipse and, good fortune.
That is really cool. Maybe they'll eventually rise up against the Winter Scales and join my dynasty. Is that what I'm called?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. For some reason, I was like, not sure. Unforeseen event. Alright, so the Winter Scale Dynasty outpost hails Angela von Valencia and thanks her for the help. The locals are indebted to her. Glory to the rogue traitor. Alright, when I come to call on you, I expect a tithe. Have I scanned this one? Nope. Alright, so far it does not seem like the Eldari are here. Ooh, but we did find more plasteel. Alright, that's fine. We have a butt ton and I've only got one extractor. So we're not going to bother with that. Leaving the system. Alright, we prepared for combat and then met with no combat.
Well, you might run into those Drukari later, is all I'm saying.
I hope so. I want to find the... So, one of my goals, one of my objectives is to find the other companions because I'm running out of people to bring to my ovulations. I didn't mean to go back in here, sorry. And we must correct this problem. Especially since they don't let me bring other people to my bath again. Which, can I just say, having brought Heinrichs to my bath as the first person to have brought from my retinue to my bath, the fact that he was like, okay, when you do this, we're gonna play a game and you'll be able to learn more about me. I'm like, oh, cool, so I get to keep inviting him back to my bath and we'll keep playing this game? No, I got to do it once. So sad. But I want to see what happens when the Space Marine joins me. And the Drukari, because he seems delightful. Where am I going? This is the button I want. That's the button I want. Okay, I figured it out, guys. Everything's fine. Alright, so where... Can we finally connect to these two, maybe? Chart new routes! Why can I not go that way? Interesting.
Remember, you can always use your insights to make new routes, but it costs 3 and it will be red by default.
So is there are some of these ones that just don't have
I don't know.
Okay, thank you. I was gonna be like, are they
I
story?
assume they are all connected somehow, but some of them may be in very roundabout ways.
I see. Okay.
But at the same time, some of them you might be able to get to things earlier than, that's probably part of the, replay choice. You could, go, I know I want to go to this weird place really early. And,
I see.
But I don't know the game well enough at all to give that kind of direction.
That's fair, Okay. So we made a jump, and during the Wharf journey, the augurs discovered a strange object that had been following the rogue trader's void ship for several hours. Judging by the distorted telemetry, it was a strangely shaped vessel of xeno origin. The unidentified pursuer tried to approach the void ship several times, allowing the augurs to observe the shimmering energy sails unfurled among the shifting currents of the warp. The strange chase ended after the mysterious ship vanished in the depths of the Sea of Souls. The Immaterium releases us from his grip this time. Were we being followed by the Aldari? Because that kind of feels like what that was. Alright, we're going to jump one more time because there's no reason for us to go here. We've already been to the ancient bunker. So let's go here. Hopefully we have a relatively uneventful... Okay, we did. And finally, we will go here. But I am going to reduce its difficulty to make it a little bit more safe for us. The steady rhythm of life aboard the vessel was disrupted when on the fourth watch of the voyage, the lower decks had their gravity reversed. The stunned denizens of the afflicted sectors were woken up by being torn from their assigned beds and tossed onto the ceiling. Numerous injuries and fatalities were reported. The difficulties in performing regular duties during the gravity reversal continued until the end of the journey. After the ship exited the warp, the gravity returned to the accepted norm, and the event that was once again accompanied by deaths and injuries among the crew. Well, you know, shit happens, I guess, sometimes. That's the least... I feel like that was a minor problem compared to what could happen in... Oh, there are unknown ships over here.
That was a genuine, could happen on the Starship Enterprise kind of problem.
Yeah, I do feel like that was something that I feel like I could have expected in also a Star Trek episode as well. The gravity's been reversed, and everybody has to still do their jobs because it's the engine room, but they're stuck to the ceiling.
Because they figured out how to flip the set for a day.
That'd be so cool. I'd enjoy that immensely. Alright, before we go and investigate these unknown ships, let's scan this planet that looks like an ice planet. Ooh. Ice world. Hey! Who called it? Prisoners of ice! A strange and frightening discovery was made at one of the sites on this frozen world. Countless human bodies suspended in the clear ice of a glacier. The bodies showed no signs of injury. It was as if they dived into liquid water the moment before it turned to solid ice, freezing them in place with their eyes wide open and their hair fanning out behind them. That would be so wild to find. Could you imagine? The Enterprise had lower ceilings. You know what? You're right. They did have a lot lower ceilings than any void ship of the Imperium would, wouldn't they?
That would be a big problem.
We have very tall ships.
Oh, there's going to be impalements on, buttresses.
Oh, no, they definitely said a lot of injuries and deaths happened every time the gravity swapped. So it's all these lay people just, getting flung up.
Into a gargoyle.
Into a gargoyle, and then flung back down into probably a different gargoyle. Oh, I guess... Okay, that's all that was down there. Just a horrifying scene of people frozen.
Yeah, that happens.
Don't hit the unknown ships. Don't do it. There we go. I was mildly worried. Scan the planet. A rocky world with more plasteel. My god. Ooh, an Explorator Void Station. Okay, let's go to these unknown ships first, and then we'll go to this. Lord Captain, we have an Imperial Navy squadron preparing to engage a pirate mob. The forces of both flotillas are comparable. Do you wish to intervene? Ooh, hailing the commander of the Imperial Navy forces. Who are you trying to kill out there? I am hailing the commander, or the gang bosses, or whoever it is in charge of the Void Scoundrels. We attack the Imperial Navy from the rear. Today I fight for freedom. We are engaging. Let us help the Navy crush the pirate scum. This is not our battle. We're leaving. Hailing the commander of the Imperial Navy. Who are you trying to kill out there? Greetings, rogue trader. We have tracked down a gang of murderers led by the notorious criminal Lucerita van der Roysen. This woman is responsible for many atrocities, including the murder of her own father, the planetary governor of the Imperial world Celebrted. She conspired with the Void Rabble, helped them to commit a massacre on her home planet, became their leader, and now she is running amok. I invite you to join me in bringing her to justice. All right, let's talk to her. Your ladyship, this is Princess Lucerita von der Ruysen. I beg you, do not remain on the sidelines. That old ruffian, Admiral Sarhol, is willing to kill thousands of people just to get to me. He is not a force of justice. He is obsessed with his own personal desires. He has been stalking me for years. He got my father to agree to our wedding, and even now refuses to give up. Please protect me and the handful of freedom fighters like myself. We do not want to be ruled by tyrants like Sarhol. Oh. Today we fight for freedom! Pirate sympathizers, you have been identified and will be held to Imperial justice. The Voxcaster emits a loud crack as if it's just been thrown against the wall. Take that, bitch. We're going down. Alright, please highlight the pirates as not my enemies. Don't fire on the pirates. Let's not fire the pirates. Today, I'm pretending I'm an Eldari.
The whispers sound distant. The future is uncertain.
Okay, so the Cobra classes are the people that we're trying to protect. Where am I? I'm there! What's my ship called again? It's the... God damn it. Alright, we'll look at my ship in a second. Alright, the Navy knows that they're doomed, right? I have an awesome ship. No! Leave them alone! Whoa! Holy cow. Oh, that ship's gonna die. Oh no, I can't do anything. I haven't, it's not my turn yet. Where is my turn? Fist forged. There it is. Oh, I hope this ship survives. This poor little ship. What are those? Fury interceptors? Oh my god, that's so cute. I haven't seen those yet.
Some, I think, just got added to the game.
There's no, oh gosh. Okay, they're fine. They took like no damage from that. Holy moly. Go, Starhawk Bomber Wing! Oh! Wow. Damn, were those melta bombs that they just shot out? That's sick.
Fate has provided an opening.
Nova Cannon, be very careful around those. Okay. I mean, I feel like the pirates are doing fine. Did I even need to intervene? Possibly not. Holy shit. It is my turn. We're going for the Dictator class cruiser. What what a dickish name. Alright, we could do that. We'll need to get a little closer for that. We don't want to bring the torpedoes out. Okay, so we'll definitely want to get a little closer. Oop. Let's go there. Alright, let's go... Fire on him.
Destruction for force.
Wonderful. Wonder... Okay, I'm gonna... I'm not close enough to do that. Torpedo, and I'm not actually close enough to do that. So if I come up here...
Let the Empyrean guide us.
I'll be able to hit this again at least.
Macro cannons. Annihilate them.
Okay, and then... Darn it, not close enough to hit him, but I'll be able to hit these guys again.
Let destruction pour forth.
Alright, and then we'll have the torpedo go towards the big ship. Alright, and then I think, let's see what we got here. Flows of the Immaterium cause any ships to immediately turn 45 degrees or 90 degrees depending on the ship's maneuverability. If the enemy ship has suffered hull damage, this abrupt turn additionally deals... Interesting, okay.
If your ship's damaged and you do it, you're gonna fuck up your ship more.
But if I've damaged the enemy's hulls, then it'll fuck their ships up more, because it forces them to move, not me.
Yeah.
While moving, the flagship may make its next turn 90 degrees instead of 45. Okay, cool. And then she's got 2. Vulnerability... Oh yeah, let's do the vulnerability scan. Boop. So... all damage dealt to the weak point highlighted by the vulnerability scan is increased by 30%. Okay, so basically the sides? Where is it highlighted it? I'm going to assume it'll just auto do it if I happen to hit them. Let me go ahead and end my turn. Let's see what happens. I think this ship's gonna die. But they are also just in their face, so maybe that was their goal. Maybe they're just kamikaze even. Does feel that way a little bit, doesn't it? You know, I almost feel like the Navy needed help. Like, they're getting their asses kicked. What kind of cool reward I'll get for saving this princess. Oh my god, how is that shit? Oh, there it goes. Oh, and there that one goes. Well, shite. I go here. Excellent. I'm gonna go ahead and move up.
Steer us to our target.
And then we'll fire at this.
Macro cannon. Annihilate them.
That did nothing, I feel like. But we will destroy
Unleash
this.
our wrath upon my enemies.
Yeah!
Fade.
Goodbye! Okay, I do feel like I'm gonna get the brunt of his attacks going forward. So maybe if I need to be... Okay, if I go... No, I want this side. So I want to go here so I can maybe hit... Basically, I think I need to go here so that I can hit this guy, because I don't think I'll be able to hit him anymore. So yeah, I'm going to do this. And I think then... Oh, we're just out of range, damn it. Okay, well... Oops. Alright. I forked that up a little bit, but it's fine. Yeah, space battle, woohoo! We're fighting a big boy. He's so cool looking. Look how spiky it all is. Oh, the Imperium. They do like to make... I want to focus on the big ship, please. No, I know combat's happening over there, but I want to look at this thing. Yeah, the Fury Interceptors. See, they're dealing with it now. Let me zoom in. Look how spiky... Oh my god. Spiky, 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 spiky. Oop. It's zooming me all around because I'm super zoomed in. Alright, let me pull out. There we go. Yeah, no, we're kicking ass. I assume as long as the big ships for the pirates survive, we'll be fine. And once that thing's down,
An opportunity to exploit.
we'll be able to focus everybody on the big ship if he doesn't just like retreat because he's a fucking coward. I want whatever that is. Whatever that. Oh my god, I want those guns. Can I get.
Cannon?
What?
Is it a Nova cannon?
It might have been a Nova cannon. I'm not 100%. Here, actually, I can look. Flak shots. I want some flak shots, apparently. They did a lot of damage. Okay. That's me. That's me. I'm gonna put torpedoes.
Torpedoes! No!
Torpedoes!
Torpedoes?
Torpedoes! Can I move the torpedoes? No, that's me. That's me that's moving. Okay, let's hit him.
Let destruction pour forth.
Okay. Now we shall hit him again.
Unleash the storm of macro cannons. Do not hesitate. Show no
Okay,
mercy.
We're doing some damage. We're doing some damage. That does nothing for us, and that does nothing for us right now. So if we... Which side is this on? So basically either my front... I think we're just gonna go here and shoot him in the ass. I'm gonna shoot the Dictator class cruiser in the ass. Boop!
Unleash our wrath
Take it up the butt.
on my enemies.
Yeah. Well, okay, a couple of those missed, so we sort of sucked. But it's fine. I need to remember to do this when I'm slightly out of range. I keep forgetting Yearlit has that ability. Go, everybody, go!
Rip them apart.
Rip them apart. Okay, that stuff, they've got that taken care of. I'm not gonna worry about that frigate there. Oh my god, those interceptors did some massive damage.
Face the judgment of the undying one.
We better get some flex tape on that. LOL.
I don't think flex tape's gonna help the
How
ship
dare you!
that just exploded into a bazillion pieces.
It can fix a lot of damage.
Okay, all right. Yeah, someone. I don't listen. I know that like MythBusters has made a bunch of shit out of like.
They didn't even
Duct
have
tape.
flex tape.
You know, I wonder if like Adam Savage has ever considered doing like redoing that, but with flex tape.
I'm sure, but he was a scientist.
Oh no, my torpedoes are incredibly out of range. Please do not. It's not gonna blow up if it goes under me, right?
What?
Oh, thank goodness. It crossed paths with me, and I was worried that by intersecting me, it was going to explode. It did not. My torpedoes. Okie dokie. Let's a go. Let's a go. If I go, what do I got available? If I go here, I think I will hit him in his rear. Poor guy. I've just been shooting him up the butt the whole back half of this combat.
Cannons.
Take some macro cannons. And then, have some of these.
Unleash the storm of macro cannons.
Also macro cannons. Lovely. Now, if I could just...
Chart a course.
I guess go here. Can I hit you? Yes. Oh yes, please destroy him. I want to get the final kill. Don't let the pirates get the kill. Yes! Take that, Navy scum!
That we prevailed.
Dun da da da! Ooh! We got an interceptor design! Allows Fury interceptors to be launched through torpedo tubes! I'm so excited! I wanted interceptors and now the game was like, I've heard you! Take them! And I'm like, yay! Okay, that's wonderful. And then we also got some cargo and we got a bunch of scrap, which is great. We will save that for damages because I'm sure we got a little fucked up. All right, let's see what this lady has to say. Your ladyship, I cannot tell you how grateful I am. Please accept my sincere appreciation and a shuttle with gifts. In addition to the spoils taken from the defeated enemy, the presents included a very special item. The old bastard Sarhol was very proud to possess it. I will send word of your kindness to all corners of the Expanse and let the Fellowship of the Void know that you are friends to the free people. Whenever the wearer's single-shot ranged attack deals damage equal to or more than 25% of the target's maximum wounds, this attack randomly inflicts blinding, staggered, or slowed on that target for 1 round. Nice. I also gained 2 profit factor. And some reputation. Oh shit, if I had helped the Navy, would I have gotten reputation with the Navy?
Yep.
Damn it. Well, I'm a pirate friend. Where will you go now? To a place where there are no ranks, no authority, no tyrants, no arranged marriages. I hope our paths will cross again one day, but for now, I bid you farewell. Arsenal attack. Attack crafts. Alright, you can fill your flagship's arsenal with various ammunition that enhances the capabilities of the flagship's weapons. If your arsenals have fighters or bomber decks, your torpedo tubes can launch Fury interceptors or Starhawk bombers instead of regular torpedoes. For several rounds, you will be able to directly control these special light units, using them to create a distraction or deal damage to your enemies. Attack crafts have a limited amount of fuel. When empty, they can no longer be controlled directly and return to your flagship automatically. Okay. Nice. Oh, yes. That's... Ah! Look at him there. Finally filled that spot. So now we have our interceptors and... we have a maintenance deck, which is great. So we can now launch those from our torpedoes, which I love. Let's go ahead and repair the hull, just in case we run into more combat. Pretty good battle, I agree, There's nothing that can't be fixed with duct tape. I understand. All right, let's go explore the Void Station. Or go to this Explorator Void Station. So, when the Rogue Trader ship approaches the Adeptus Mechanicus Void Station, it is met with hostile scrutiny of the station's defense lasers. An Explorator Lexa mechanic who indicates himself as Service Unit 42 dispassionately inquires how the station can be of use to the Rogue Trader. What does this do? Okay. Proposed trade to resources with Explorators. I can give... I mean, I have like a... I'm pretty sure I have just like a shit ton of fuel in my cargo, so let's do that. The station thanks the Rogue Trader for her cooperation and remunerates her with gold and securities. Okay, cool. So I gained profit factor. Can I propose a trade of resources? Upon consulting data from the station's maintenance cognitor, Lexa Mechanicus Service Unit 42 confirms that the station requires rare transuranium? Okay, yeah, I think that's what it is. Rare transuranium elements or natural gases for research of an undisclosed nature. For its part, the station cannot offer the Rogue Trader anything in exchange at the moment, but the Adeptus Mechanicus representatives on footfall will certainly repay her for her aid. Okay.
Reputation, turn in.
Got it, okay. Excellent. Well, that's done. We don't need plasteel, so let's go ahead and boop here. And see where we can go next. Alright, so what's over here? Lay waste Terrakin's Rim Station. Restore the operation. I think that's my flagship planet. Ooh, there's Eldari survivors up there.
That's the
There's
one.
Eldari survivors up there.
Yeah, I think the first one you don't, but the others do have fights with the Drukhari.
I see. Okay, so that's where Kiev Gamma is, so way the fuck over there. Well, I guess let's head towards this. Let's go to restore the operation, then let's go to our main planet, I guess. So we've gone here, let's chart new routes. I think that will be the plan. Well, this one seems safer, so let's go here first. Oh shit. Demonic eyes had materialized and begun to slither across the walls of crew quarter 49.
Damn it, Adira!
The burning orbs swelled like bubbles of fetid swamp gas, only in secluded places at first, later appearing in plain sight. Everyone subject to the glare started experiencing headaches and spells of self-flagellation. After one of the officers peeled off a portion of his own skin to fashion a makeshift eyelid for one of the fiendish orbs, the section was quarantined since neither fire nor other munitions could prevent more eyes from sprouting on the ship.
You just didn't want it to get dry!
The vessel was cleansed only by escaping the clutching embrace of the Sea of Souls. By the God Emperor's grace, no perils of the warp prevented the vessel from returning to real space. Alright, cool. Well, thank goodness. That could have been bad. Oh, there's a lot going on here. Well, let's work our way around. We'll go from the top and work our way around. Oh, that sounds interesting. Okay, so we got a continental world with a place called the Valley of Sleep. The crew has discovered a hidden valley littered with thousands of animal skeletons. Augur data suggests that some kind of sleeping gas vents here. It's likely the animals either don't realize that they are headed for a deadly trap, or even come here to die on purpose. Study the gas. After a series of experiments, the ship's weaponsmith managed to perfect a few different types of ammunition. Ooh. Cool. Hey! We got some gas cloud grenades. Woohoo! Sick. Let's go over here. Take out this Hulk. Oh my god, a space Hulk? Fuck. Let's hope it doesn't filled with Tyranids or something. Another gas giant. Awesome. Lovely. Check out the Space Hulk. Space Hulk. The augurs have detected wreckage in the void ship's vicinity, but the exact nature of this wreckage remains unclear. Pick up several pieces of the wreckage. Some of the wreckage is made of plasteel, and the rest is some unknown material. Studying the fragments further is nigh impossible due to severe corrosive damage. The non-metallic fragments also bear burn marks. The augur crew reports that it has registered no evidence of a disaster that could have produced such debris. Well, I guess we're gonna continue on and call it a mystery. Scan the asteroid rock. For plasteel. Cool. Nope. No thank you. Don't need it. Got a bunch of it. I would prefer mechanisms, actually. Could I find some mechanisms? Would love to mine some mechanisms. Okay, well, it's not mechanisms, but we found smuggler's cache. Love it. What's that? Oh, just a bunch of... Oh my god, it's a bunch of cigarettes. Well, I'm blanking on his name. Einrich. Einrich will be so happy. Alright. The ice world had at least something for us. Now let's go ahead and check out the starship remains. There's a trophy of some variety. What? Did I just find scrap there? Like, is that what happened?
That can happen, yes.
Okay, it didn't really have a notice pop up, so that was... So I was like, what? At first I wasn't sure anything had happened. Oh, okay. I don't know why the game does that sometimes. It just like shoots me out way off to the side of the map. Yes! Okay, we've connected. Alright, we're gonna go to there later. Let's select this. We're gonna make it safe. We're just gonna, let's go home and make it safe. Travel. My god, we did it. Nothing happened. The farthest limits of the Kronos Expanse are up to... Lord Captain, Master Helmsman on the line. I can report that the quest for the capital world of the Von Valencius dynasty is finally at an end. Dargonus is straight ahead. We have received countless greetings. Your subjects would like to know when their mistress will be arriving. The merchant captains taking refuge in the orbital dock of Dargonus race to send you priceless welcoming gifts, hoping to buy your favor and to make an impression on the rogue trader. Tell Dargonus that the rogue trader is coming home. It will be done, Lord Captain. I expect the greatest of parades. After the connection to the Master Helmsman is cut, the device crackles with Heinrich's voice. Lord Captain, I will be pleased to accompany you during your visit to Dargonus, so I can personally introduce Achilles Gallandar, a servant of the Golden Throne who previously attended Lady Theodora on Dargonus. I am counting on your benevolence. Well, fine. Heinrichs, I suppose I'll bring you along. But we're gonna explore this first. Let me just scan this planet outside of my main region. Yes. I only have one. And while this is good, but we do already have some of this, so I'm gonna skip it for now. Scan this planet. Absolutely nothing. Oh, hold on. My party's talking. Intriguing surface topography. Oh, whoa. This is Pascal. Intriguing surface topography. It is possible that the molten rock of the mantle poured out as a consequence of a natural cataclysm or a collision with a celestial body. So, at some point in the past, this once living planet met a death proportional to its size. Indeed, Kabbalah. It did. And now it's a lava world. I have a rocky world and a lava world, and this seems like a gas giant? Question mark? Definitely looks like a gas giant, doesn't it? Hey! Who called it? No resources. Great. Let's go talk to the Adeptus Mechanicus ship over my planet. What are you doing? Lord Captain! A transport shuttle bearing the markings of the Adeptus Mechanicus is approaching the ship. Magos Trazus delegation intends to board our ship and gain an audience with your ladyship. This is exactly how they phrased it. He intends, not humbly requests. Many of my tech comrades neglect diplomacy when interacting with the laity. This is regrettable. Okay, I like my number 2 option. I'm not going to say it because I'm not doing a mean playthrough here, but I like the option to tell them to get lost and learn some manners. What do they want? Punish them for their disrespect by letting them dock at the farthest and most dilapidated airlock so that it takes them an eternity to traverse the ship. Oh, I do kind of like that. That is fun. Receive the delegation. They may indeed be here. Oh, well, okay, fine. What do they want? The honorable servants of the Omnissiah have ignored our requests. Such arrogance is hardly trivial. It rather appears to be part of their intermediate tactics. Do we make them walk? Or do we think they have urgent business?
They're just being the Mechanicus.
Then make them walk. Oh, that feels mean. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. But they're mostly mechanical. Wait, do they have treads? Because if they have treads, it wouldn't really matter. treads can just go over anything.
Why are you trying to make them pissed off?
Because they were disrespectful.
They were disrespectful, they just lack tact.
Oh, fine. Then receive the delegation. They may indeed be here on important business. It will be done, Lord Captain. Requesting permission to be present at the audience granted to my tech comrades. Very well, Pascal. Alright, Cassia. Do I think I'm gonna get into combat? I don't think I'm gonna get into combat. I'm gonna take you out. I'm gonna bring Abelard because I feel like having Abelard. I listen, when I'm doing stuff on my ship, I feel like I should have my Seneschal around. So sue me. Don't actually sue me. I don't have a lot. Alright, excellent. How much leveling up do we have to actually do? Just one rank? Okay, let's do that real fast. Oh, cool. It's the rank I don't even have to choose anything. Love that. Oh, I'm sorry. I do have to choose one thing, but it's just a single option. All right, all allies in the selected area also gain 20% dodge, parry, and armor. I like that. All allies in the selected area have their weapon skill and ballistic skill increased by plus 20. Ooh, that's also really good. All allies in the selected area also gain 20% dodge reduction and armor penetration. Maximum number of action points granted by take and hold is increased to 5. I mean, action points is just good. Why would you not take... I think that's the thing to do. Okay, let's go to me. Boop. Master Tactician and one random ally make 2 attacks instead of 1 during the orchestrated firestorm and volley. Orchestrated firestorm and volley can be used multiple times per combat, once per turn. What does that do again? Remind me.
What's what do?
This orchestrated firestorm. Orchestrated firestorm. Okay, hold on. Can I see what just the base thing does, though? Apparently not. All allies, including the Mathematician, that have a weapon capable of area attacks use the area attacks instead of a single attack against enemies as part of the orchestrated firestorm and volley. And last volley. All allies within the zone gain plus 35% armor until the end of the Master Tactician's next turn. Okay. All allies, included the Master Tactician, have a weapon capable of burst attacks. Okay, so basically the same thing, but with burst attacks.
It's a have the entire party attack as one ability.
I see. Well, I think being able to use it multiple times sounds good, so let's do that. Kabbalah, what cool thing do you get? Until the end of combat, the target of the dispatch loses half of its current armor and deflection. Dispatch deals additional damage equal to 45% of the target's missing wounds instead of 25%. Holy moly. Until the end of combat, whenever the assassin hits an opening, they gain a plus lethality divided by 15, rounded down temporary wounds. If dispatch attacks kills the target, all enemies in a 3-cell radius around the target gain a plus 2 stack of disturbed effect and must pass an agility resistance test or become staggered. Oh, fuck yeah, let's do that. I like that. Complete. Heinrichs. Are you gonna light somebody on fire? Until the end of combat, all toxins and burning effects from any source inflicted on the executioner's enemies ignores their target's armor and deflection. The damage of all bleeding effects from any source inflicted on the executioner's enemy is increased by an additional 30%. Holy cow. Whenever the Carnival of Misery is used, all enemies suffering from any damage over time effects immediately suffer additional instance of damage from these effects. All enemies in combat immediately suffer bleeding, burning, and toxin. All levels of each effect is equal to the character's level divided by 10. He is a monster. Until the end of combat, all of the executioner's allies are healed by damage over time effects instead of suffering. Oh, that's really cool. I like that. All right, we're gonna go with the turn it into healing on our allies. That is great. Oh, his are short. Okay, all prey have its MP reduced by agility bonus -3, but no less than -2. Whenever the bounty hunter attacks exactly one target with its marked with prey with wild hunt, this attack does 300% damage. I want to see him do the biggest possible damage ever. All right, Abelard, let's go ahead and get your, that's already super high, corrosion. I'm gonna boost your... let's get your athletics up. Should I do Lore Imperium? No, I'm kind of pushing myself that way. All right, let's do this. Strength? No, weapon skill is what we'll do for that. And then we'll give you, till the end of their next turn, the Vanguard cannot die. Just can't die. Till the start of their next turn, all damage suffered by the Vanguard is reduced by the toughness bonus. Oh. Until the start of the Vanguard's next turn, each attack made by the Vanguard makes them the priority. Yes! Become the priority. I want you to, that is, like, I need that. Okay, we're good. I'm going to take a brief bio break, and then when we continue, we'll go talk to these tech priests, and I'll be using my tin can voice. Beep boop beep 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 boop 10001000100 binary blah blah blah. That is what I'll be doing. Except a little bit more legible because I'll actually be reading words. But anyways, I'm gonna be right back. Give me like 5 minutes, probably less, and I'll see you in just a moment. To Luke, to answer your question, I think I can change the difficulty at any point.
Yes.
I don't believe it's hard locked to what I chose at the beginning. Although, because I'm doing this on stream and I'm reading everything, not that the reading makes it more difficult or anything like that, but it just makes the whole process longer. I'm keeping it on a low difficulty, even though I do feel like I could.
You have it on hard. Or
No,
normal?
I have it on normal.
Okay.
Yeah, I have it on normal, and I'm going to be keeping it there only because even though I do think I could probably handle it at a little bit of a higher difficulty and still do well, I'm going to keep it on the lower difficulty because I don't want it to become so difficult that it slows the progress of the game down significantly, and then we're here forever. Because as much as I do love the game, I don't want to be here forever. I do want to play other things and do other things. So, we're probably going to be keeping it the same, but honestly, when I play it the next time, when it's off camera and I'm not having to read everything and I can play it a lot faster, I am going to be playing on a higher difficulty because I do think I could handle it. But yeah, right now, I just don't think I want to do that. Mainly, look at them all! Mainly just because I just want to keep everything moving, you know? But good question. Very good question. All right, let's go talk to these folks.
Unseen, uncover my
Hello.
path.
Oh, hey, it's Opticon 22. Oh, it's an acolyte of Opticon 22. No, there is Opticon 22. Hello, Opticon 22. Why can I not speak to you?
Yeah, you rhymed.
Oh, I did. A group dressed in the crimson of the priesthood of Mars walk towards you. Their gazes are fixed on Pascal. You note that the group is not monolithic. Some of its members are more heavily armored and follow a large tech priest clad in battle armor. Ooh. Others keep a respectful distance and cast inquiring looks at their own leader, whose hunched posture belies his tall form. Despite the hood hiding his face, you recognize him as Opticon 22, whom you encountered on Footfall. Tarzus. Alright. The enormous tech priest points his hand at Pascal and lets out a booming roar, not unlike a factory alarm. It makes your very bones vibrate. Herald servo skulls marked with the emblem of the cog follow in his wake. They blare shrilly. Thou shalt not suffer the heretic in thy forge, for rust begets rust. Pascal Hahnemann, in the name of the Adeptus Mechanicus, you are under arrest. What? Excuse me? No. I need my tech priest. The haunch servant of the Omnissiah turns to you. This diplomacy mode engaged. Announcement: the Adeptus Mechanicus offer their apologies for. Would like to inform you of the necessity of conducting an operation to detain, arrest, terminate a faulty unit of the rogue trader's territory. Well, first of all, Pascal, I require your tech use to study the two tech priests of Mars. You identify the rare armor of the enormous tech priest. You identify the rare armor the enormous tech priest is wearing as a secutor-plated mechanized suit. It carries the imprints of many battles and is the markings that announce its status as a relic. Some of the armor's damage looks fairly severe, to the point of endangering its operation. The slivers of flesh revealed under the steel are marked with terrible chemical burns. Every now and then, convulsions shake the tech priest's body, and the painful-sounding hiss comes from his vox. The tall tech priest who spoke to you looks more peaceful and makes a point of not drawing his weapon. There is an air of concern about the way he frequently glances over at his fellow, scrutinizing his condition. Who are you? In a burst of chattering, the servo skulls hasten to translate their master's mighty binaric howl. An instrument of the Omnissiah authorized to punish and exact vengeance exact vengeance known by the designation Tarzus Hahnemann. Oh, wait, you have the same last name as my boy, Pascal. Are you guys from the same sect? Identification code recognized and confirmed. These units are who they declare themselves to be. And on what charges are you trying to arrest a member of my retinue? Who dares to arrive on my ship uninvited? Asking for trouble, are you, Cogs? Oh, Cogs, that's a good insult. On what charges are you trying to arrest a member of my retinue? This heretic is accused of stealing personal identification codes, spreading tech heresy on the world of Kiev Gamma, and making an attempt on the life of a servant of the Omnissiah. The deafening roar from the tech priest Vox makes you grimace in pain. You touch your ear and notice blood on your fingers. Oh my god, this guy's making me bleed from my ears. I'm not gonna go that loud. I don't want to make you guys bleed from your ears. The faulty unit will be removed. In the name of the Omnissiah, I condemn you. Lightning flashes across the warrior's armor. Agony resounds in the blare of his Vox alarm. In contrast, Pascal speaks quietly and coldly. You are malfunctioning, tech comrade. I deem your logical conclusions questionable. The statement is false. Tech brother Tarzus Hahnemann is not willingly undergoing holy torment deterioration, which, however, does not critically affect his cognitive capacity for data analysis. Until calling itself Pascal Hahnemann, we have the information that implicates you. Having learned that you are a member of the retinue, a maintenance specialist in the service of rogue trader von Valencius, we have come here with the goal of meeting you, intercepting you, engaging you in combat. Oh. Does the big fella have to roar? Negative. Upon completing his sanctification procedures, Tech Brother Tarzus modified his egomatic augments algorithm in order never to desiccate, sully, tarnish his mouth, vox, cognitive process with flesh speak. The servo skull screeches. Mine is a pure and binaric tongue that preserves only what is true and shuns scrap data. Jesus Christ. Are you saying this bloodthirsty Hulk is a saint? This statement is true. Brother Tarzus has the honor of authorized to wear, the sacred battle harness that belonged to the Magos militant Auspector Garicus, one of the first champions of the faith, Holy Scout, to join the cause of conquering the Kronos Expanse. After his death, the termination of his vital functions, at the hands of xenos, his damaged Goliath-class armor was preserved and given the status of a relic. Very cool. So he's in Goliath armor. That's really, really cool. The Adeptus Mechanicus regard this act as voluntary martyrdom, self-destruction, for the glory of the Deus Machinus. This battle harness is classified as Cogni armor. The machine spirit living in it is strong and wise, but it took major damage in the course of Magos Gracchus's last battle, and we are forbidden from repairing it because praise the Omnissiah. That was me adding that in at the end. Besides sacred litanies and imperatives of service to the Omnissiah, the armor broadcasts a continuous signal of suffering and agony into Tech Brother Tarzus's mind. Well, maybe you guys should repair it then. Yeah, no, a heresy run would totally be like where I'd want to push it. because I think it would make it even harder, and I think that could be very fun. Wait a minute, what is happening on Kiev Gamma? The planet belongs to me? According to the Vox interception data, the planet's fabricator sensor made incorrect, blasphemous modifications to the Manufactorum working procedures, which qualifies as a lapse in sacrilege. The Adeptus Mechanicus are hereby officially notifying House von Valencius of having commenced an investigation into operation to remove fabricator sensor Cubus Delphium. Estimated time to procedure completion 3.7 solar years. Our data suggests that the unit which used Magos Explorator Hanuman's identification code performed an unauthorized upgrade on the planetary Vox array and introduced data deemed to be scrap code into its operation. This fact points to this unit's criminally complacency with the heretic Cubus Delphium. Pascal, what do you have to say? Pascal replies firmly, his vox crackling with a hint of indignation. I deny these charges. I never plotted against my tech comrades. My cognitive purity vows were never distorted. My unique identification codes were never stolen. I am the true Magos Explorator Harneman, and I am not guilty. The tech priest's deep guttural roar blends with the Servo Skull's high-pitched whines. False witness! I am not handing Pascal over to you unless I see evidence. Let us get to the bottom of this matter together. Alright, I am not handing Pascal over to you unless I see evidence. Let's get to the bottom of this matter together. I'm not going to yell at him. Request approved. Ready to work in cooperative mode. Tarzus gives you a haughty look and lets out a howl of wrath. Archiving. Tech brother Tarzus opposes lay participation in the investigation. Search for the truth. The unit Opticon 22 advises in favor of House von Valencius's representatives' participation request. Oh, I have options. I think you and I should continue the discussion in private. The big chap is creating friction. I insist on a joint investigation. Arresting a rogue trader's retinue member without any justification stands to breach of law and my privilege under the warrant of trade. Pascal has accompanied me on my travels for a while now, and I can swear that he is no criminal. I feel like using Lore Imperium is probably going to make these guys shut the fuck up because they respect the God Emperor and the Omnissiah. So hopefully they'll respect my warrant of trade. Request for cooperation reviewed and accepted. I request Tech Brother Tarzus consent to the co-participation of representatives of the Von Valencius dynasty in the investigation proceedings. A sacrilegious conspiracy. I refuse help from lay persons. I am a cog of the Deus Machina the Deus Mechanicus that grinds down corruption. I will carry out my sentence, or the sentence immediately. Are you trying to attack me? Oh! Pascal freezes, but green sparks light up in his visor. He extends a hand towards Tarzus and replies in a clanging voice, "Let the cycle be discontinued."
Shit.
You realize Pascal's words are coming from both his own Vox and Tarzus's. Then, every sensor on the Executioner's battle harness light up at once, blindingly, and the wounded armor Leviathan lets out a deafening roar of pain. Attention! Priority notification. Service units to the Kappa thread supply line are unauthorized to confront the rogue trader. Command, retreat, and reinitiate negotiations. Heretic Pascal, I will wreak punishment in the name of the Deus Mechanicus. Okay, so they're
The
leaving.
absurdity of your struggle amuses me.
Tarsus, why? Bro! Fuck, am I gonna kill him? Fine. Cassia, come over here. Pascal, come stand next to Cassia. I'll go here. Kabbalah, just chill there, please. Heinrichs, you can come over here. Abelard, to me. Nope, I clicked on me. Abelard, to me. Can I? Okay, there we go. And then you there. There we go. Here, I'll just put Heinrichs over here too, actually. Kabbalah, you can go next to Cassia. Alright, start. Alright, I just want you to know, Mr. that you brought this on yourself. Okay? Alright. Cool. We all good? We understand ourselves? You understand that you did this to yourself. Goodbye.
Do not dare ask.
Wait, can you... Oh, could you not see? Okay, fine. Fine. You can't see... Oh, I'm either gonna hit myself or not hit... Nope, hold on. If I hit this, I can hit him and not me. Go. Good job. I can't believe I'm going into combat with the goddamn tech priests. I like how also Opticon 22 was like, I'm out, goodbye, peace out. Let's see. Let's make this our front line.
If I may.
And then we'll force people to move here.
I insist your
There we go. All right, everybody just like stand in there. Good. And then I'll make. You know what? Let's make that the
I'm
back
not
line,
accustomed to being ordered around.
and then this is gonna be the rear.
Me? If you insist, Lord
All right.
Captain.
I do insist, Cassia. Thank you. All right, Kabbalah. Can I have you? Where can I get you to hit the most people? Where can I think here?
I will leave footprints of scarlet.
Oh yeah, you will.
As honor ordained, my blade whispers your name.
I'm really sorry. Okay, I just want to say to the Mechanicus, this was not in my intention.
The shadows will see it.
But you did kind of come onto my ship and then immediately accuse my man of being like a heretic, and I do not
As
appreciate
honor
that.
ordains.
Alright, he's my bro. We had a cleansing ritual together, and I am frankly offended that you would accuse him of such things.
As the tenants demand.
I'm just saying. Alright. There's no point in us doing that.
As
Let's
honor
make us the
ordains.
least priority target. And we'll go ahead and make her be able to just dodge everything going from this. Do I want to do that? No, it's fine. She's fine. Oh my god, he's analyzing me. So rude.
Yet iron knows no pain.
Abelard? Charge!
My duty, an exemplary strike.
Excellent. And then I would like you to
Indeed.
pop that. Go ahead and mark this fool as your enemy. Yeah, scream a lot and hit him
Victory
big.
is imminent.
Nice job. Alright, go
At
ahead
your
and pop
beck and
that.
call.
Love it. Heinrichs, my friend. Go ahead and come over
Get me
here.
a target.
Oh, I'm about to. Calm down. All right.
For the thrones.
I mean, Kabbalah, that kind of hit you a little bit too, but sorry, it's fine. You're good. Let's do that. Sorry, Kabbalah, but we're killing a lot of people. All right, go ahead and charge him, please, Heinrich.
Let's see to it.
And then actually pop that on her. Good job. And I should have done that first. I need to move this, or I need to rearrange my hotbar. That's really what I need to do. All right. All right, I'm gonna come over here.
Descend upon the weak.
Descend upon the weak. We'll go ahead and make Heinrich. No, Abelard. Actually, Pascal, you know what? You can have this honor because you might get the final kill.
Purpose guides me.
So I'll go ahead and bless you. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and pop that there. What the fuck? Where the fuck were you aiming? Okay, you saw that I just completely borked that, right? Alright, all creatures within the area of the effect within the... Okay.
Whispers, guide my hand.
Alright, then we'll go ahead and do that.
Ruin beckons.
And then we're done. Alright, Pascal. I would like you to come over here. Let's go ahead and pop that.
Request approved.
Excellent.
My vow is to
Precise attack. Let's actually do this one. I think this will kill him.
running binaric override.
Oh, not quite, but that's okay, because you see, we can swing again. Oh, beautiful. How dare you? I mean, I kind of feel bad for killing you in your relic form, but like, listen, bro. There's literally only one prey in combat, so that's probably not the best thing to do. Cassia, can you just... Cassia, why can't you hit him?
Emperor, give me strength. Isn't
there we
this
go.
a job for the serfs?
I mean, maybe.
I
Or-
am a navigator, not a servitor.
69. Nice. Alright, well, Cassia unfortunately did not
I'm
finish
not
him, so
accustomed
we'll
to
give
being
Kabbalah
ordered
a
around.
new attack, and we'll have her jump. We'll have her jump over here.
This one.
And he's dead. Here comes Opticon 22 hobbling back. Requesting cessation of hostilities. Help your brother. The unit that called itself Tarzus Hahnemann is dead and has been disabled. This material asset is beyond restoration or reuse as spare parts. Oh. After a pause, Pascal bows his head, and a binaric requiem pours out of his vox. Despite his misconceptions, he was a servant of the Omnissiah. Pascal, what did you do? Pascal's confused reply comes from his vox in a rasp, unable to fulfill request. The Omnissiah granted me an epiphany, and I muted the maimed machine spirit that was filling Traz's mind with fury. I do not fully understand the manner of my appeal to it. The situation perfectly mirrors the incident on Rykad Minoris, where I appealed to the machine spirit of the malfunctioning mechanism and laid it to rest. I'm sorry that you had to kill a comrade. I also regret have a negative assessment of this event. The Adeptus Mechanicus still accuses the unit identifying itself as Pascal Hahnemann of criminal theft of a unique identification code. Unlike Tech Brother Tarzus, I am not authorized to immediately arrest, execute the unit, but neither am I authorized to drop the inquiry. There are no apostates among us. The piercing voice of the Vox synth is more overwhelming than Tarzus' thunderous roar. Tech Brother Tarzus and the machine spirit that lived in his battle harness succumbed to the suffering that beset them. Their judgment was rash and erroneous. Now their torment is over. I declare them martyrs, and am requesting Tarzus Hahnemann's neural augmetic for the purpose of preserving his blessed memory. As astonished tech priests look on, Pascal leans over the slain man's body and extracts the augment from his skull. The movements are as precise as they are respectful. I'm going to whisper, whatever you just did, it's working. Keep going. With each word, Pascal's voice grows more powerful and majestic. Oh my god. You saw the agony of your tech brother Tarzus was in. His unbridled, pain-spurred faith intimidated you, yet you were silent. Reverence stopped you from raising your voices to proclaim that the machine spirit with which his mind had merged was morbidly afflicted. The imperative of reverence has paralyzed your will, and you watched a tragedy unfold in silence. The sixth universal law states that comprehension is the true path of knowledge, yet the procedural cycle has robbed you of your comprehension. Therefore, let the cycle be discontinued. There is a clang as Opticon 22's knees presses to the floor. Crimson-hooded heads are bowed. Let the cycle be discontinued. The radiating light pouring out of Pascal's visor grows dimmer. Static creeps back into his voice. Let the cycle be discontinued, tech comrades. Now that the conflict has been resolved, you may remain aboard my ship. So, yeah, like, what just happened, actually? I think he sanctified him. Pascal's Vox synth crackles somewhat tentatively. I decided to sustain my words with an excerpt from one of the Blessed Armament's sermons on loss of internal and external function, verse 6. My analysis deemed it appropriate. Now that the what is the reason for this act of genuflection? I don't know what that is. What does genuflection mean?
It means to kneel.
Oh.
And then stand back up quickly.
Oh.
What
I
you
assume
do
it's
before
part of the...
It's what you do before getting into a pew in Catholic Mass.
Ah, okay, well that kind of explains probably why they did it then. It's probably just part of the religious ceremony, but you know what, we'll ask it anyways. It has been a long time since the words of the Messiah of discontinuing were last spoken, openly, over public communication bans. We respectfully welcome wisdom's return. So he is not forgotten after all. The Messiah of discontinuing? Is that how you refer to Amaranth? Following Archmago Amaranth's partial licitation? Removal from the chain of command. That was the authorship attribution on the series of sermons of discontinuing the cycle that were disseminated across the Cognizance fleet. It was, in fact, a title used by many, in times past. Is his teachings not heretical? I don't know what I just asked because I accidentally clicked on the wrong thing. Hold on, let me roll up. Do you know where armament is now? Data unavailable. No reports have mentioned Archmagos Amarant since the incident on the Arch Mechanicus Himmercito, which led to the presumed disappearance of that void ship. My archives have no data on the Hermetic incident. The vessel was the Blessed Armament's base of operations. Is it lost, then? Pascal's voice is filled with anxiety. Are his teachings not heretical? This statement is false, contrary to what many servants of the Omnissiah thought they knew, preferred to believe. The fleet's supreme conclave never issued an official statement on that decision. 37% of the Supreme Conclave's members openly support Archmago Amarant's views and were removed from the chain of command under circumstances that were classified. The Supreme Conclave has not had a quorum ever since. Were you among his followers? Negative. I had no contact with Archmagos Amarant and was never a member of his flock disciples retinue. However, my analysis of the doctrine he outlined inspired me in deep respect for, trust in him. I presume the conflict between you and Pascal has now resolved. The data received provides a bias for calling the fallen tech brother Tarsus hypothesis into question. Out of respect for, due to the lack of authorization to indict the followers of the Messiah of discontinuing, we will not proceed with the detainment, arrest, termination. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. Thank you, Tech Brother Opticon 22. Now that the conflict has been resolved, you may remain aboard my ship. Request denied. The Kappa Threat Supply Line's delegation is leaving Dargonus, expresses gratitude for the hospitality, ceasefire, and proclaims its intent to return to Footfall to resume performing its regular functions. The tech priest looks over at Pascal as if waiting for something. Pascal's mechadendrites briefly touch the shoulder of Opticon 22, who bows respectfully. Aww. Okay, well, I'm sorry that you're kind of dripping in blood there. You did step into the slaughter that Kabbalah did, and she does kind of leave a mess. Oh, it's cleaned! Woohoo! Oh my goodness. Okay, well, let's loot his body. Ooh, he has an Omnissiah axe that we can use, and also a power sword. Fancy. There's a guy over here we can loot. Do it. Thank you, Heinrichs. Lovely. Why do I keep having battles in this room? Why do I keep having battles in my trophy room? God, we really need to clean this up. Okay, well, you know, that was a quick and nice little battle.
Seize the opportunity.
One dare vault out thy faith in the God Emperor. One dare you doubt the faith in the God Emperor for once. What? One day, I don't know what that says. I don't know if that's fully in English, and I'm just like, it's blurred enough and I can't read it, but... how do I exit this room? I apparently cannot exit this room. Ah, there's my exit. To the Void Ship Bridge, please. Please go over here. There we go. Oh my god, you're right. I do need another bath. And we can finally bring Jai to the bath. And then we'll be out of people to bring to our bath. No! When in doubt, save. Okay, I'll save in just a second. Calm down, game. Lots of AdMech loot. Although not as much as I would have hoped, honestly. Oh, speaking of, however, we did get a tasty possible new staff for Pascal. Let's see, buddy. I would like to go in newest. Nope, you definitely have a better axe now. Well, did he just have a basic Omniscient axe? Seriously? Alright, well, fine. I suppose. I just want to make sure there's nothing else. We do need to go down to the planet. We should probably go do that first. We'll take a bath at the end and we'll deal with Jai there. But I think we should definitely go down to the planet before anything else. We're gonna scan our planet apparently first. I'm gonna keep Abelard in the party because this is the planet literally he and Theodora, like, I think probably visited a fair amount. And I would hope he'd have some unique dialogue tied to that, right? You would hope so. So let's bring this crew down. I don't think Argento will necessarily be... I mean, I'll probably immediately get into a fight. I always get ambushed every time I go down to a goddamn new planet. Or station. One or the other. It always happens. Hey, no one's trying to attack me. Long live the rogue trader! Greetings, your ladyship. Oh, no. What were those bastards conspiring against? I mean, I wouldn't fuck with me. I have a navigator, an interrogator, an assassin, and then the seneschal of the old rogue trader, and a giant Mechanicus guy. Like, good lord. Alright. We have... Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa! Is this a child of Abelard? Because she has the same last name as him.
Yes, I think grandchild.
Oh my god! I'm so excited. I'm so glad I brought Abelard with me. The Emperor protects. Welcome home, your ladyship. Excuse me, I'm gonna finish coughing for a moment. The stately woman in a long, full-dress uniform makes a graceful curtsy. Her short, graying hair does not obscure her stern features. I am Clementia Wersarian, Court Chancellor of the Von Valentius dynasty. On behalf of all of Dargonus, please accept my deepest condolences on the untimely passing of Theodora von Valentius. Her departure is a terrible blow to all of us. But as one star expires, another always flares to life. And although still overcome with bitterness and grief, your subjects hope that you will become the trade dynasty's guiding light in these trying times. Oh, don't worry, Miss Wersarian, I absolutely will. Clementia, Abelard offers a reserved nod. She nods in return, and the line of his brow softens ever so slightly. No. Oh my. He's suffered. Achilles Scalander. The young man quickly brings a respirator to his burnt face and bows his head courteously.
Oh, I love this guy.
He looks cool. His raven black hair veils his burns and skull implant, and his thin metal fingers creak slightly as he offers a welcoming gesture. Achilles Scalander, Secretary of the Administratum Department, I hope your journey to Dargonus was not darkened by unwanted trouble. It was uneventful, thank you. The Emperor protected us on our journey through the stars. The Emperor protected us on our journey through the stars. Makes a sign of the Aquila, and may he remain merciful to us till the end. Does your ladyship wish to survey the grounds? Or perhaps we could state your curiosity by answering any questions you might have. Governor Urband Drivestem has been notified of your arrival on Dargonus and will visit the palace shortly. The preparations for the official visit are well in hand, but your ladyship still has plenty of time before the meeting. Hold on a moment, Clementia. Clementia. What did you say your last name was?
That's an unfortunate name.
I know. Clementia nods politely. You heard correctly, your ladyship. I am of House Wersarian, Lord Abelard's granddaughter and direct descendant. The cessation of service is an effective good. It grants new generations understanding of their function within the mechanism. Thank you, Pascal. Chancellor Wersarian has held her position at the Von Valencia's court for many years. She has earned Lord Captain Theodore's respect through acts of great perseverance.
Wow, there we go.
It took me a little while. Of great perseverance.
There,
I did. There's no room. I wanted to say. I was trying to reverse the per with pre. There's no room for doubt. Blood had nothing to do with it. The Emperor blesses those with strength. The Emperor blesses those who strengthen humanity's domain through their deeds. You have reason to be proud of your progeny. Abelard looks at you in surprise, but then immediately puts on an air of indifference. Thank you, Lord Captain. Why isn't the governor here with you to greet me? Apologies, your ladyship. Governor Drivestem's residence is on the other side of the world, by the Administratum Palace of Dargonus. We sent word as soon as you entered the system, but it takes time to travel the great distance of your domain. Chancellor Wersarian's appears unruffled, but you cannot shake the thought that the governor's lateness is a subtle political gesture designed to test the limits of what is acceptable when it comes to interacting with the new rogue trader. I would like to rest before the meeting. Where are my chambers? They are very close, just down the hall. Oh, sorry, this is the guy. They are very close, just down the hall. That is also where the study and the audience chamber are. Achilles' face brightens with a pearly white smile, restoring some of his former good looks. Lady Theodore's study has remained locked since her last departure, but on account of your arrival, we've arranged for it to be tidied up. It is ready whenever you may need it. You are dismissed. I apologize for my bluntness, but I have a request to make. Perhaps before the meeting take place, the illustrious Lord Captain could spare a few minutes for conversation with me. Achilles bows his head. I am certain that you will find my report on the state of affairs on the Von Valencia's protectorate most useful. All right, very well. I'll talk to you, Mr. Burned Man. There you go. Some rehydration for you. All right, on by my lonesome. I'm actually kind of surprised by that. Am I in my house? Oh, they're where? Yeah. Wait. What? My entire retinue's here? Oh my god, Jai, what are you doing? Are you trying to seduce my nobleman? Jai. Such illustrious society, such well-heeled nobles indeed. It would be oh shit, my servo skull's going. Okay, hold on. It would be worth visiting Dargonus even without getting to know you, Shireen. This world offers a huge scope for doing business. Ah, Shireen.
A revelation was sent to me.
Oh, was it? Where? I will toss a coin! Toss a coin to your witcher. Glinting in the light. The coin falls into the clear water and sinks to the bottom. Oh, there's some goods here. I'll just take that. Thank you. Alright, I toss my coin. There's a nobleman, a noble lady, some Omnissiah guys. May the Omnissiah bless the Von Valencius dynasty. Thanks. There's a warden, an aristocrat. I will open this with my amazing tech skills. Go me. A shady character. What a lovely day it is, your ladyship. Your presence only makes it brighter. I don't believe you. I don't trust you at all. Alright, Jai is chilling. I saw that Yearlit was hanging out somewhere. Where the... Oh, there's Kabbalah. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. What you doing? Make your people leave, Dom and Angela. Their idle questions are getting in my way. Are getting in the way of my watch. Oh, what are they asking her? May the god Enter protect you, Angela. Greetings, your ladyship! Alright, well, I'm gonna take this stuff. Kabbalah, you can just hang out and deal with their questions, I guess. Because I can't do nothing. Sorry. Sorry, girl. Okay. Okay, where's Yearlit? Ah, there she is. Yo. The walls of your home suffocate me, Elentok. I long to leave this twisted world at the first opportunity. A living fruit-bearing tree in the heart of the hive world is a fantastical sight. They probably used a lot more water to tend to this tree than the average Dragonian citizen can hope to receive in an entire daily ration. Well, that's probably true. They do require a lot. Holy cow. Hello? The Janus delegation salutes you, your ladyship. Hello. Okay, cool. So... Nothing else seems to be over here. Can't... Long live the rogue trader. Long live me, indeed. Alright, let's go in here. Glory to the great rogue trader. Yes, yes. Alright, I think Argenta's off to the other side. I didn't even know you were going to be down here, Argenta. Oh, look at the cool cannons. Some aristocrat. Ah, yes, she's praying, of course. In the name of the Golden Throne, we live and die so that we may protect his light from the obliterating darkness. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Let us all direct our strength to the fight against his enemies, for the martyrdom is the only way to redeem his sacrifice and his wounds. Look at this cool piece of art.
It's from the Sister Codex.
Ah, that's really cool. Very nice. Alright, are more of my companions down here, or is it just... Okay, so it just looks like... Oh, dude, this one's cool, too. I like that there's just big-ass paintings in my courtyard. So fancy. Oh, I do not want to return to my void ship. Return to the ship, return to the... Okay, well, I don't want to do either of those things. Okay, so I've walked back up to the front. I see. This just looks like there's aristocrats over here. Let's just wander around, make sure we're not missing anything goods-wise. The plaque lists the name of each rogue trader that have led the Von Valencius dynasty, dating back to the day of the first capital world. Cool. There's a bunch of nobles over here. Oh, everybody's saying greetings to me. Cool. Then we shall now run this way. Because I think there was a door I could go into. Before Rogue Trader Von Valencius, or Guardian Order... Oh, that's just my servo skull, never mind. Let's go to my palace. Let's check it out. Boop. Immediately attack. No, I'm kidding. There's just an aristocrat hanging. Oh my god, look how cool my palace. I like. This is an impressive floor. Hello? Greetings, your ladyship. Hi, Warden. Welcome, your ladyship. Let me inform you of the locations of the chamber of your dynastic estate. The main throne room is up the stairs and straight ahead. Your subject, Achilles Scalander, has informed me that he humbly awaits your opportunity to meet with you there. Alright. Listen, I know I'm a slow reader, but no, I'm not that slow game. If your ladyship wishes to rest after your long journey, then your personal chambers are up the flight of stairs and to the right. Can I take a bath here and have different interactions with people because I'm in no longer my bath, but I'm in a different bath? Point. If you need anything, whatever your soul desires, I'll be right next to your chambers, eagerly awaiting your orders. Oh, well, thank you, my dear. I know, right? Isn't it cool the amount of details they put in? All right, we're gonna go talk to our boy because he was so eager. They're fixing the servitors. The quiet humming of the servo motor is occasionally interrupted by clicking coming from somewhere inside. The Lexa Mechanicus are exchanging binary tirades. Tirades? I can read. Binary tirades, not noticing your presence. Oh, they're completely ignoring. How dare they? Glory to the great rogue trader. Long live the rogue trader. Alright, yes, I am amazing. I am quite astounding. Alright, where did you say to go to meet this guy? I'm guessing I must go up the stairs. And then this way. What is that? What I could click on something. Hold on, I spun too fast. Oh, is it a statue? Yeah. Tell me about the statue. According to the inscription on the statue, this is a gift from the House Gaprak to the Bon Valencius dynasty. Oh, okay, cool. Fancy. I'm so fancy. Well, I guess my house is kind of fancy. I am just a pleb who kind of got lucky. Oh, there's my girl. Oh my god, Adira! Hello, it's been a while. I didn't mean to click that. I want to click my map. Hey! I missed things back here. Excuse me. One moment, I must find the things that I missed. Glory to me indeed. Oh, was that it? Open the door. What is this?
I see the forbidden.
Yes, I love seeing the forbidden. Take these boots. Breeze catcher boots. Whenever the wearer moves through a cell occupied by an enemy, the wearer gains a plus 15% dodge on the enemy's next attack until... interesting. Alright, let's also take those. Excellent. Looting my own palace. Love it. Cognitive sounds producing rhythmic sound, among which fainting ring stands out. God, the paintings are really cool. Oh, goods. Oh, some nice xeno artifacts hanging out. Cool. This antique piece of furniture is obviously well cared for, but the surface is still covered with a lot of scuffs and scratches and stains, traces of the previous rogue traders who sat at the table. Well, maybe somebody should clean it, huh? Sounds kind of gross. Hey, Sean, welcome to the stream. Ooh. A multi-melta. Sick. Collect it. Sturdy safe equipped with several bizarre mechanisms. Well, they weren't bizarre enough for me. Bam. Whoa! Okay, that is cool. Dude, they're even moving. Can I... What happens if I click here? Oh, sick. Bye, Servo Skulls! Hello, Lord Iron Fang Werewolf. Welcome to the stream. Look at my cool palace. Dun da da da. Alright. There's a door over here. Oh, a fireplace. Lovely. Oh, my bed! Can I take a nap? The bed of the head of the Rogue Trader Dynasty is befitting of the status of its owner. That is the coolest, like, headrest that I've ever seen. Why is somebody... Why does it sound like somebody's dying behind me? You guys heard the, like, somebody choking, right? Like, they were like, ugh! There's a faint mark on the polish of the mantelpiece, which is likely left by a glass. Who the fuck's been in here? Okay, seriously, who is moaning? Is it a servitor or something out here? Like, everything okay? Okay, I'm still missing something from down here, so hold on. Oh, goods! Oh, it's next to the servitors. I see. Excuse me. Get the hell out of my way. I need to collect this. Alright, good. We got it now. Now I can come in here and talk to my people. Cassia, what are you doing? My compliments to your taste and art. The collection here is intensive and most interesting. Oh, it's the smoke. I was like, what is that weird, like, wibbly green line around her? And it's the smoke from her cigarette. Is this a door I can go through? Nope.
Empyrean guides my gaze.
Alright, got some nice... Oh, your ladyship. Hello, yes. Everybody curtsy and bow to me. Good, good, good. Yes. Here. Servitor, aristocrat, warden, more aristocrats. Oh, Heinrichs, what are you doing? Who are you talking to? Oh, you're talking to the guy I need to talk to, okay. The lack of observers on this world has led your nobles to become extremely complacent. Today alone, I overheard 3 statements that, if I so wanted, could be turned in on grounds for the charges of heresy. The slender figure, clad in robes made from expensive fabric, shudders from violent coughing. Pressing a gilded respirator to his face, the man takes several deep breaths. Achilles, it has been many moons. I hope your cousin is feeling well. Oh my god, Heinrichs, did you burn this man alive? Achilles covers his burnt lips, trying and failing to suppress a coughing fit. She is in good health. She sends her regards to you as well, as her wishes for a swift return. Heinrichs frowns. For as long as the stars shine in the sky, my vigil continues. So it does. Achilles thumps himself on the chest with his augmented hand. You hear the clanging of metal against metal. I'm not so foolish as to fail to notice a conversation in code. Your insight deserves credit, Rogue Trader. Then again, I expected nothing less from Theodora von Valencius' successor. Heinrichs looks at Achilles. Allow me to introduce Achilles Scalander properly. In addition to his duties as Secretary of the Administratum, he acts as an agent of the Golden Throne under my aegis. Master Scalander was transferred into my remit by a colleague who is engaged in other matters in the Kronos Expanse. I am sure you will find Achilles' service useful, especially when dealing with the schemes of humanity's foes within the borders of your protectorate. Greetings, Lady Angela von Valencia. Allow me once again to express my deepest condolences for the loss of Lady Theodora. I will do everything I can to track down and destroy all of Conrad Vigatrev's accomplices on the capital world. Ooh, interesting. There may have been another door near my bed. We can always go back there. I'm immediately saddened that there doesn't appear to be a bath, but maybe that's what's behind the other door. So we'll have to find out. And we will, after we probably have a relatively long conversation with Miss Scalander. Achilles? Is that how you say his name? It's probably Achilles, isn't it? Okay. Do you know anything about what has become of Conrad? The former Master of Whispers is a heretic and a traitor to the dynasty. Achilles nods grimly. Word of his treason reached Dargonus too late. Conrad came to the planet and left it almost immediately. Once he had sown discord in the minds of the gullible and naive, the worst of the rumors he started was that you were the one responsible for Lady Theodora's sudden demise. Of course, your loyal subjects did their best to skin alive anyone who showed signs of doubt. But it seems unlikely that the wardens got to everyone who was allowed to doubt into their hearts and now nurtures it in secret. You promised me a report on the present state of affairs in the Protectorate. I have already forwarded all official reports to your seneschal. As for the conversation we are having right now, I wouldn't trust any paper or data slate with its contents. You see, Lady Theodora, may the Emperor have mercy on her soul, was perfectly aware of Dargonus's political environment. You, however, have only just arrived on the capital world, and I thought it would be best to bring you up to speed. Frankly, the nobles of Dargonus, much like the nobles of most worlds, are akin to spiders in a jar, ready to pounce on whoever is the weakest, and whomever they deem to be the weakest. The nobles of Dargonus are well-respected, rich and powerful individuals who held Lady Theodora's favor for many years and found ways to rise above the rest by diligently serving the rogue trader. Every family pursues its own selfish interests, and each one expects Yep, I was just stumbling a little bit. Calm down. Chill. Everything's cool, everybody. I can read, I swear. And each one expects that with the transition of power, they will retain and even add to their lands and wealth. The families I would recommend giving particular attention to are the Drivestems, the Gapraks, and the Sourbacks. I should also mention the Wersarians, not a noble house per se, but a family that was part of Lady Theodora's inner circle, to the Blue Blood's great displeasure. Alright, well tell me about the Drivestems. The Drivestems are the ancient governor's house of Dargonus. Predictably, the greater the wealth of the Von Valencia's protectorate, the fuller their coffers grow. Their reputation is flawless except for one detail. We have evidence that Urband Drivestem's rivals seem to have the misfortune of regularly falling victim to xeno raids. I find these attacks are always a little too advantageous for the Drivestems, but we lack solid proof, and it might never surface. The closer an official is to a rogue trader, the braver and safer they feel. I would just like to remind everyone that rubbing shoulders with Xeno is a heresy that can be overlooked only in the case of the Von Valencia's heir, not her servants. Go arrest all of them, Heinrichs. Get to it. Just shut them down. The Gapraks hail from a remote Forge world, and among their distant relatives are many servants of the Omnissiah, and the house itself is close to the cult of the Adeptus Mechanicus, both in spirit and in their business connections. The Gapraks oversaw the industrial shipments within your protectorate until recently. Ever since the astropathic communication with Kiev Gamma was severed, they've been quite concerned about the security of the planets placed in their care. Okay. What can you tell me of House Sourback? Religious and hardworking, the Sourbacks may own many enterprises, including distillation manufactorums that produce promethium. I must note that lately, members of the Sourback family have been prone to overly liberal statements about the Von Valencia's dynasty. They believe that Lady Theodora is a bit too keen to leave her worlds without proper oversight. I would like to know more about the Wersarians. The Wersarians are a line founded by Lady Theodora's seneschal, and as such are nominally considered nobility, at least from the standpoint of the Imperial Navy, from which Lord Abelard hails. On Dargonus, however, Their position is precarious. Firstly, they never were granted an official title, a process which has been impeded for decades by the old houses of Dargonus. And secondly, the other families do not see them as equals, but more as upstarts clinging to the rogue traders' favor. The Worsarians are responsible for the capital world's fleet and the majority of cargo shipments on domestic routes. After hearing all that, I now feel the urge to have every one of these sycophants executed at once. What happens if I say this? Oh, I can't save, okay. I mean, it's just an urge. It's not me executing it, right? Because I kind of want to make the joke. I'm doing it. Achilles shrugs. You are naturally well within your right, rogue trader. But remember that this will cause the multi-layered bureaucratic system of Dargonus, of your entire protectorate to come apart at the seams. And that's not even considering the likelihood of attempts of reprisal from the families and allies. I would hold off on death sentences, act with restraint and wisdom, present for all to see sufficient proof of the unwanted house's guilt. Do not mistake me. Mass executions are one way to solve your problems, but in that case, you should weigh every possible scenario before you act. All right, well, that's fine. I wasn't actually going to do it. It was just an urge, and I was making a joke, Achilles. All right, enough about the nobleships, or the nobles. What else did you want to say? There was, your ladyship, and this time, it concerns the main reason for my presence on this planet. Xenos, and the threat they pose to both you and to humanity as a whole. The last few months have been difficult for the people who report to me. My eyes and ears scattered throughout the Kronos Expanse. Warp disturbances, astropaths overcome with madness, ships disappearing from the Immaterium. Many of my observers and contacts have gone dark, or have been killed by some calamity or other. Still, I managed to establish communications with some key individuals who were able to warn me about incoming threats, including xeno raids. Achilles looks you in the eye without blinking. It is within my power to supply you with the intelligence on where and when the xenos will strike next. I do not doubt that Governor Drivestem will beg you for protection against the xenos. And in this fight, the information from my contacts will serve you well. I beseech you, Angela. If I ever report a threat looming over a ship or planet, do not dismiss it. Sometimes it takes an intervention from a rogue trader and her mighty void ship to avert disaster. Okay, what are your responsibilities here? Officially, I am a secretary at this world's administratum department. Less officially, I'm afraid I can't disclose that, even to you. In short, I collect and investigate reports of heresy taking root on upstanding planets of humanity. Above all else, I am concerned about the xeno threat that hangs over the entire Kronos Expanse, including your protectorate. Sadly, my mission was complicated by the recent warp disturbances. I am still trying to re-establish contact with many of my agents. Do we think Heinrichs actually is the cause of this man's burns? Because I do. I think they work together. I think Heinrichs went off on him. Maybe he was
in a passionate fit of love.
Maybe in a passionate fit of love while they were boinking, he lit him on fire.
It happens. I've been there.
It does sometimes happen. I mean, sometimes you just get so hot and bothered that, you ignite. Tell me about the Xenos. The residents of the local system are no strangers to skirmishes with the enemies of humanity. But recently, the loathsome beasts seem to have completely flown off the handle. What a sentence I didn't feel like I'd ever read in 41st Millennium. We're receiving reports from ships that made it through the warp to Dargonus. Both they and the colonies that they departed from are being attacked. We have identified the breed of Xenos that pose this threat, the Drukhari, humanity's ancient and insidious foe. But be vigilant on your travels. The Xenos will undoubtedly attack the rogue trader's ship should they find the circumstances to be in their favor. Let them try. Unfortunately, in the in the host of humanity, there are those... Unfortunately, in the host of humanity, there are those who are willing to grovel before our enemies in the hopes of a valuable reward. You may be interested to know that we are on the trail of such heretics. Achilles glances at a data slate. Overwhelming evidence indicates that a plundered void station in Langeren's belt is being used as a base by a band of pirates who are not above dealing with xenos. I was unable to persuade the Chancellor of the need to dispatch a ship there, but perhaps you would like to pay a courtesy call to these scoundrels yourself. I shall. That sounds like fun. Thank you, Achilles. Alright, do you know anything about the Cult of the Final Dawn? My knowledge is deplorably limited, your ladyship. All my attention has been focused on tracking xeno activity. I'm certain that Master Van Kalox can tell you much more about the heretics than I. Very well, I will talk to Heinrichs. Although I do like both of you. You're both lovely. Thank you for subscribing, Revhead. It's lovely to have you here. You guys can say that, it's fine. I will allow it this once. Alright, about your unofficial work. No, I clicked that. Oh. Achilles' amber eyes flash with interest. Yes. He enjoys talking about it. That would be the best date. Man, I wish I could actually invite Heinrich to my bath. Like, I was able to bring the guards in that one time, or like the servants or whatever. And it'd be really funny if like I could build up the relationship where I'm like, hey, could you actually grab my Infernus Master? I'd like to have him. Or bring like Sour back. That would be kind of funny. I'd love to see what her reaction would end up being. So whom do you truly serve? The rogue traitor or the interrogator of the Inquisition? Oh, well. I want a list of all your agents and the means to contact them. Oh, I don't think he'll give me that. Well, we're not going to make him be gone. Okay, who do you truly serve? Achilles quickly glances at Heinrichs. And whom does the rogue traitor serve? The Golden Throne? The Protectorate? Could it be that one stems from the other? And if so, is there any sense in discussing it? Very well. I want a list of all your agents and the means to contact them. I can understand your desires as a rogue trader to have everything under your control, and yet I am not at liberty to make use of classified information related to the interrogator's agents in whatever way I see fit. Achilles lowers his gaze and nods politely. Heinrichs lets out a sigh of disappointment. There is no point in pressing my agents. None of them would ever reveal such vital information. Especially not in my presence. Okay, fine. I have learned all I want to. Thank you. Achilles bows and brings the respirator to his burnt lips. I apparently have other questions. I sincerely hope that I can answer every one of them. What does this do? Does this... Okay, that's enough of the nobles. Is there anything else? Alright, we did that. Alright. The scars on your face. What happened? About... He coughs. 5 years ago, there was an accident. Several tanks of promethium exploded in a storehouse at my estate, and I was buried alive under the rubble. The Emperor preserved my soul, and skilled physicians on Dargonus saved my body, except for my lungs, with which I had to part. I presume the incident was an attempt on my life, but the identity of whoever was behind it remains a mystery. I think Heinrichs lit you on fire. Achilles bows. According to the message I received a few minutes ago, Governor Drivestem has arrived at court. I imagine the Chancellor is already prepared to arrange the meeting. All that is left is to notify her that you are ready to see Urbend. Well, I'm not! Heinrichs! What do you have to say for yourself? The lack of observations on the world's had led to your nobles to become extremely complacent. Today alone... Oh, okay, that's the shit he was telling me about. how heretical everybody's being. Adira! Ah, good old Dargonus. It's boring here without Lady Theodora. She loved to liven the place up. The sleepy little place with her couple of crazy decrees and public floggings of flaggerbastard nobles. Oh my goodness. Well, let me sit in my seat. The Von Valencia dynasty throne, a visible symbol of the rogue trader's power, which now belongs to me! Alright, excellent. I cannot sit in it apparently though. Fuck me, I can't do that. There's Pascal. My appearance has caused a slight disturbance in the ranks of the servants of the Omnissiah assigned to the palace. Analysis of the performance of rituals and maintenance litanies has proceeded. What? Hold on. My appearance has caused a slight disturbance in the ranks of the servants of the Omnissiah assigned to the palace. Analysis of the performance of rituals and maintenance litanies has proceeded. Produced. The word is produced, Angela. Has produced a satisfactory result. All right, excellent. You've confounded my tech priests. But you're feeling... Is it because you have a giant plasma gun, like, attached to your arm? Is that what's making you stand out? Because they all have little mechadendrites and stuff, and, like, they got little grippy hands. Maybe a little needle. But you got a big honking gun. Maybe that's the problem. Okay, where's the rest of my retinue? We talked to Adira. We talked to Cassia. She said the paintings. So let's go talk to Abelard. Yo. Whoop, doop, 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 doop. Nope. Goods. Screw Abelard. We're gonna get the goods. Alright, there's an aristocrat. Abelard! While we're on Dargonus, I will check the secretary's report and keep an eye on the logistics. Master Danrock does his job well, but a little scrutiny goes a long way with him. Oh, okay, well, fine, fair enough. Whom is over here that I need to speak with? Boop, 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 not you. Boop, 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 not you. Is this a giant... Nope, that's, I think, the God Emperor. Did I... kind of ran the wrong way. Oop. Aha! Ah, there we go. We're Sarian. There you are. Your ladyship. Clementia bows her head politely. For chancellor to the rogue trader, she is dressed rather simply. A parade doublet, polished boots, and a comfortable cloak. She bears a saber and a gilded scabbard. Whether for show or protection, one could not say. Probably both. Only her ring with the Wersarian coat of arms indicates that she is of the highest social stratum. The governor is awaiting in the periphery of the palace. Please let me know when you would like to see him. The sharp gaze, the impeccably straight back, the composure. For a moment, you feel like you are looking at a younger version of Abelard himself, not just his heir. Judging by the scars on the exposed parts of her body, Clementia saw her fair share of combat prior to assuming the position of Chancellor. What are your responsibilities as Chancellor? To put it simply, I am your trade representative. Any and all decrees, deals, official communications, and meetings are first reviewed by me and then forwarded to you. Or forwarded to you and from you down the hierarchy. My purview also includes overseeing your ladyship's property, the palace, the estates, and the many gardens, and other denizens on the Dargonus that you have inherited from Lady Theodora. And whenever you are present on Dargonus, consider me your personal secretary. Alright, what can you tell me about the planet? All deals and important decisions are made here in the capital. Many years ago, an ancestor of Lady Theodora signed an agreement with the Adeptus Administratum, which allowed for the effective management of the world and the neighboring systems. In accordance with the decree, a share of the planet's population was assigned to the Administratum and converted into servitor scribes. They now toil across the entire world. Is that why I see so many servitors around?
Yep.
My goodness. Dargonus is also the seat of several noble families who run all of the major planets in the Protectorate. If I may express my not so humble opinion, they care very little about who exactly stands at the helm. Those piranhas think about their own profits just as much as they do about the prosperity of the Protectorate itself. It's not more. If not more. And lastly, Dargonus has its own fleet, a luxury unavailable to the vast majority of other worlds in your realm. In addition to warships, the Protectorate also employs privateer ships, which are used to transport cargo between worlds. Does the capital stay in contact with the other worlds of the Protectorate? Unfortunately, not at this time, your ladyship. After the few representatives of the Adeptus Astra Telepathica on Dargonus went into a frenzy, some of the Psychers were tragically pacified by their respective authorities. Since then, communications with the neighboring systems has been unreliable at best. Thanks be to the Master of Mankind that you managed to find your way to the capital. If the noble houses are so volatile, what sense is there in keeping them? Over the centuries, an intricate hierarchy has formed within the ruling elite of Dargonus. The great houses do more than plunder your treasury. It is replenished to a large degree thanks to their administrative work and their lands. Naturally, you can get rid of anyone whom you consider surplus to requirements, but right now it could threaten the fragile stability that is currently holding the Protectorate together. I get it. I'm not going to fire anybody. But it's good to know that I have the power to. The crew started to get concerned as the number of crew members went down after a week. What? Why? Why is it going down? I'm not, like, killing them. I'm just inviting them to the bath. And then, like, they have a nice memory, something that's they can add to their core memory. And it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, so we read all that. Is there any other issues that I should be aware of? Well, apart from the disrupted communications, Dargonus was recently raided by the enemies of humanity. However, the fleet under the command of Captain Marthius Sarian triumphed over the accursed Xeno. If you ask for my opinion on the matter, we have the situation completely under control. You catch her avoiding your gaze for just a moment. For the first time, it is obvious that Clementia is looking out for her house's good name, but despite the confidence in her tone, you can tell that she does not entirely believe her own words. Tell me about the governor. Urband Drivestem is a well-respected man, and not just on Dargonus, but throughout the Protectorate. For many centuries, his house has supported the capital's administration and the logistics between the Von Valencia systems. The Drivestem's efforts secured years of order and prosperity for Dargonus. What's more, Lady Theodora personally insisted that Lord Urband specifically be made the next governor. Oh, I do like this. Alright, the way you speak of Drivestem, I hear a hint of either contempt or resentment. No. I do not believe I feel either, your ladyship. Clementia's steely eyes stare into the distance, her jaw clenching visibly. She speaks in a polite but clipped manner, clearly frustrated by your insight. We have different views on how to run a world. We sometimes have discussions over the law that are enacted, but we both work for the good of the Von Valencia's Protectorate. That much can be said without a doubt. Well, thank you for the report, Chancellor. I serve the Von Valencia's Protectorate, your ladyship. Scalander, does he cause any problems? Why, none at all, your ladyship. Secretary Scalander is an outstanding individual and a loyal servant of the Von Valencia's dynasty. In Lady Theodora's absence, we collected a number of issues related to the well-being of your domain. He has proven himself quite capable. And I don't know why, but even the governor trembles before Achilles, which is unusual for a man of his, shall we say, standing. The last word brings a slight smile to her lips. The governor can wait a little while longer. I still have matters to take care of. Certainly, your ladyship. However, her thin lips twist slightly. I do not concern myself with the governor's feelings, but I must warn you, your actions or inaction may be interpreted a certain way. Now, if your ladyship will excuse me. Listen, the bitch took his time getting here. He can wait for me to finish looking around, okay? I have to see if I have a bath. Because, yeah, I think this is definitely... Alright, so we have this room here, which is my bedroom. So we came in here. Here's my bed. I can't do anything with it. Sad. It does kind of... Oh, no, I think that's the outside. Okay, so then I have the door to the balcony, and there does not appear to be a door here. What's this? Leather covered bears. Okay, yep. Alright, so nothing there. Nothing over here. Was there anything on this side with a door? Okay, there is a door, but I can't go in it. Which is bullshit. I own this palace. I should be able to enter every goddamn door that I want. Okay, let's go talk to the governor, I guess. Gosh. What? No, Owl. We can give him a vacation, but we are not going to fire him. Tell them I'm ready to see the governor.
Wait, they're firing me?
No, I'm not fired. You're not. First of all, you're not Abelard. Your name's not Abelard.
Oh.
And secondly, I'm not firing Abelard. He's one of my favorite characters. Oh, 2 hours. My God. Wait. I was being criticized for letting him wait, and he makes me wait 2 fucking hours before I meet him? Angela von Valencius, 20th of her line, rogue trader, keeper of the sacred warrant, and ruler of the Kronos Expanse from the Krancha system to the 100 Dreams Crossroad. I bid you welcome. Urbend Drivestem, governor of this great world. First and foremost, please accept my deepest condolences. It will be difficult to recover from the loss of a woman as great as Theodora von Valencia. It pains me to think that she is no longer with us. The citizens of Dargonus and of the entire protectorate grieve alongside you. Please allow us to declare half a year of mourning so that we can honor the memory of our beloved lady. I mean, half a year seems a little bit excessive, but sure. The governor glances at Kabbalah anxiously, then immediately averts his gaze. Then he looks at her again. But when Kabbalah lets out a grim chuckle and stretches her lips, daubed in fresh blood, into a petrifying grin, the governor turns away from her sharply, all but squealing in fear. Oh, Kabbalah, thank you. You're the best. Put this governor in his fucking place. Look at his ridiculous hair. Theodora von Valencia deserves more than that. You will declare a full year of mourning. Okay, there we go. I will immediately give all necessary instructions, your ladyship. He casually presses a few buttons on the cognitor built into his gold bracer. Esteemed Angela, Lady Theodora, why is she getting the lady part and I'm not? What is up with that? Why am I not Lady Angela? Esteemed Lady Angela. Esteemed rogue trader Lady Angela, in fact. Alright, anyways, I'm just giving him shit. Lady Theodora was a strong leader, and we ought to follow her example. Let us lean on our wisdom and preserve in spirit of this tragedy together. And let us carry on where she no longer can be leading the Von Valencia's protectorate to even greater prosperity. Drivestem gives you a look of admiration. It seems that he is quite aware of your fame, and this opportunity to curry favor with such an eminent figure. Your illustrious glory has made you famous far beyond the bounds of your home system. Ooh, excellent. Is one he does not wish to miss. Alas, it won't be an easy task to accomplish. Some time ago, the Asher passed on Dargonus flow into a rage, and they had to be subdued. We are gradually restoring our ability to speak with neighboring worlds, but the contacts are still weak, and the roots are tangled and no longer lead to the systems that the captains expect them to. Given that the vast majority of ships in the Dargonus Navy travel without relying on the services of navigators, without your engagement, the well-being of the Von Valentius dynasty and billions of its subjects is presently at risk. We met a ship from Dargonus, but not too long ago. The crew was transporting a strange artifact and went mad during the flight. Well, all right, we have a lot of things we can actually talk to her about, or him about. So let's just start from the top and work our way down. I'll swing my righteous authority around with extreme prejudice. I like that, by the way, in this meeting, I've apparently brought Kabbalah, who probably insisted emphatically on being here with me. And then, of course, Abelard, who is my seneschal, who I think should be here with me. But I bet the governor still probably resents, because he's a Worsarian. This is truly regrettable bit of news. What's more, leaving Dargonus has been forbidden for several cycles now. It seems the Worsarian family has once again failed their primary responsibilities. He shoots Abelard a condescending look. We will investigate this at once, as well as the fact that the ship had acquired a permit with the Administratum seal. Does your nephew still serve at the Administratum Palace? The governor presses a number of buttons on the cognitor built into his bracer and looks up at you in surprise. I don't understand. The ship did indeed depart from orbit, but it did so, if you can believe it, on the rogue trader's authorization. That is why no one dared to impede its departure. Lord Captain, it would seem that Conrad somehow got his hands on a copy of your authorization. Or perhaps even the original. A tool like that in the hands of a traitor does not bode well. No, it does not. Alright, he's a heretic. Has he shown his face here? The governor pensively strokes the ring glittering on his finger. Lord Voigatriv visited the capital some time ago, but he did not request a personal meeting. A heretic, you say? Now I see where all the whispering in the corridors has come from. I shall be frank with you, ladyship. Lady Theodora's sudden death.
Hey, good to meet you, Frank.
Thanks. It's lovely to meet you as well. Lady Theodora's sudden death was a blow to every one of us, and the absence of any sort of verifiable and complete information about her successor gives grounds for all manners of rumors and misinterpretations, especially if someone is deliberately inciting unrest and discontent. Naturally, none would dare challenge you by accusing you of something as sacrilegious as murdering a rogue traitor. However, Conrad was once a true boon to the Protectorate back in the day, and as such, some might heed his words. I sentence all who have dared to make heretical remarks about the rogue traitor to servitude imperdious. Machines aren't prone to dissidence. My subjects' doubts are understandable. Too many things have changed in too short of a span. I will prove myself worthy of my position. Publicly rip out the vocal cords and tongues of every slanderer and replace them with vox implants that sing the praises of rogue traitor Angela von Valentius without interruption. I shall think that this will serve as a reminder of who rules this world. Oh man, I can't wait to play a heretic. Some of the things that they get to do is just beautiful. Okay, I do kind of think we need a little bit of a strict beat down on this, though. That's true. She is my shadow, so that's why she's here, of course. I wonder... Well, no, she's just here because they're all here, so she would just be here. I wonder, I guess if you just didn't have the DLC, that's the only way she wouldn't possibly be here. I love how she just freaks everybody out. And all she does is she just, like, makes herself a bit bloody and then like licks her lips or something, and everybody's like, oh my god, and I'm just sitting here over here like giggling because my girlfriend's making everybody uncomfortable. Hello, Roberts. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. All right, do I go Iconoclast or do I go Dogmatic? You know what? We've been going real Iconoclast with this, so we're going to stick with that. Why, Angela, your desire is most commendable. But please do not forget, a ruler should never bow to their attendants. Or some might see that as a show of weakness. I'm not bowing to them. I am just saying that I'm going to prove myself to them because I understand where their doubts are coming from because a shit ton has changed. I get it. Alright, what exactly does Dargonus nobility expect from me in light of the loss of roots and communication with other worlds? We are all troubled by the fate of the agri-world Janus that supplied Dargonus and other planets with foodstuffs. Empty stomachs can drive even the mildest rabble to revolt. Furthermore, House Gaprak is perturbed by the loss of communication with the industrial world Kiab Gamma, which is in their charge. But if you wish to know my opinion, the world that deserves your attention the most is the penal world Vebo 6th, one of the key mining suppliers in your protectorate. All right. Such intriguing concerns for an outpost. Does your house happen to own the extraction stations there? Drivestem's beady eyes widen in fear. Your ladyship, I beg you, do not interpret my words as an attempt to influence your decisions in any way. You see, without Vebos 6, the manufactorums on your worlds will need to make haste to find new suppliers elsewhere and arrange for new shipments. And in these troubling times, they run the risk of delays and other most tragic mishaps. My only concern is for the prosperity of the Von Valencius dynasty. I've already visited the agri-world Janus. Governor Viat found herself facing a number of problems in my absence. Truly, Viat line is one of the oldest of the Von Valencia Protectorate. If the inheritor of such well-respected blood could not handle whatever had befallen her, then the situation must have been extraordinary indeed. I don't think he needs to know that she was worshipping the ruinous powers, but she's no longer in charge of the world. She is dead, and I have delivered Janus into more capable hands. Drivestem's eyes open wide. The Viat line is broken? Such horrible news. Oh, it will shake many who are connected to the Viats, and who are used to the immunity that comes with our class. That does it for the planets and the trade routes. What else? Xeno, your ladyship. I do not rightly know where to begin. He rubs the bridge of his nose warily. Otherworldly beasts are not an uncommon sight in the Kronos Expanse. They have been a menace to the world this side of the Maw for decades. But now these abominations are on the rampage. They show no signs of fear as they attack ships, either damaging them to the point where they become unfit to transport duty or outright gutting them. Only you have the power to stop this madness. Only you have the power to stop forest fires. We are in the process of restoring the astropathic choir to Dargonus. Luckily, we were forced to slay some of the deranged psychers, although those that remain are as yet unable to transmit messages. I hope Master Scalendar will keep his word and offer you his support in the war against the Xeno. According to his reports, the region of Vebos 6 has been a particular concern of the last few cycles, which is all the more reason to discover the colony's fate as soon as possible. Alright, now to issues on a smaller scale. There is a certain degree of tension in the capital due to the unorthodox succession of the Sacred Warrant. Chances of uprising are minimal, of course, and the spreading of rumors is nothing but a sign of weakness of mind and spirit. Nonetheless, I have prepared a list of minor houses that have demonstrated unseemly discomposure at your succession. What is to be done about them? Command the spinners of the blood-spun web, and they will set a fine snare of retribution, Dom and Angela. We will whisper names, and that whisper will drown out insolent voices. Yeah, we're gonna leave this to Kabbalah. I trust Kabbalah more than I trust this motherfucker. I entrust the burden to the blood-spun web, unravel the tangle of plots and foil them. It will be done, Dom and Angela. Let the sacrament of the hunt commence. A cold sweat breaks out on Drivestim's face. He forces a subservient smile on his face. This will bring the noble houses into line for years to come, your ladyship. It will make them fear not only the blasphemous word, but also their own shadows. You're damn right it will. And one last thing, your ladyship. Your inauguration as bearer of the sacred warrant is but a matter of time. And I would like to inquire about one crucial detail. I imagine you are intending on upholding the centuries-old tradition, bolstered by an equally long-lasting friendship of being represented on Dargonus by one of the noble houses. I presume that, as before, this duty will be accorded to House Drivestim? Oh! Fuck, do I give it to the Wersarians? Okay, hold on. One moment. Which houses can represent me at the ceremony? Any of the noble houses located on Dargonus. The Drivestim family, which I lead. The Gaprak family, which has long ties to the Adeptus Mechanicus. The Sourbacks, known for their piety and diligence in service. And perhaps I should mention the Wersarians, who have some influence, but who are not actually of noble origin. Any of these houses would be honored to represent you at the ceremony. Theodore did seem to let a lot of things slide. Theodore, I think, had, like, some kind of connection to Xeno more than I think she let on. That is kind of where I am leaning towards believing, mostly because I also, I think there was something up with her in some degree, just because of who I know kills her. Because I do have that spoiler, and I'm not going to say it here, although I'm sure a lot of you probably know as well. But it's interesting, so I'm very curious about, to actually find the details out about her, because of just how backhanded a lot of her nobles seem to be. Honestly, they're all a little fucked. All right. Oh, do I say fuck him and just give it to the Wersarians? You think she was all up in that chaos? I mean, I could believe it. I could 100% believe it. I'm gonna make the Wersarians a noble house if I can do so. Therefore... Okay, I have to think politically here. I really kind of want to give it to the Wersarians, though. Fuck it, I'm doing it. Your presumption is wrong. I will bestow the honor upon the Wersarians. Abelard turns to you and bows respectfully. Lord Captain, to accompany you at such a critical hour is the greatest honor for the Wersarian bloodline. Have no fear, we will not fail you. Drivestim tosses Abelard a look that lacks even the smallest shred of respect. Forgive my boldness, but I must remind you that the Wersarians, whose lineage traced back to a Navy officer, are not of the Dargonus nobility. Such decisions may have adverse effects on your subjects' loyalty, your ladyship. Drivestim's face breaks into a bitter smile. I shall immediately relay your commands. Most gracious rogue trader, thank you for your time. I would like to complete my inaugurations as Rogue Trader as soon as possible. When is the ceremony? Tell me about yourself and your house. It would be my pleasure to enlighten you. My house is the oldest and most respected on Dargonus. My ancestors walked side by side with yours for many generations as they cared for this world's welfare. Our duty is to supervise the governing bodies within the system subservient to you, and we are responsible for the Protectorate's logistics and economic stability. As for me personally, I am a humble servant of the Emperor and a loyal subject of the Rogue Trader. And, to my great pleasure, I had the honor of calling myself Lady Theodora's close friend. At Urban's last words, Abelard lets out a sound that could be interpreted as either a snort or a cough. Urban gives him a look, which Abelard meets with an expression of utter nonchalance. That will be all, I take it. Thank you for your time, your ladyship. Since duty calls, I shall take my leave. May the Emperor's grace be with you. Oh, I made him mad, but I don't care. Because now I'm assuming Abelard's going to be hanging out with me, and that seems cool. So, this is my... So we're in my house. My beautiful fireplace. My god, who is dying outside of my room? Alright, where do I go to have my party? Can I go talk to Abelard now? And he's like, that was a bad move, your ladyship. While I appreciate you honoring my house, he's probably going to be royally pissed. And maybe that wasn't such the best idea. That's what I expect him to say to me. Where are you, bud? There's Heinrichs. There you are, Abelard. While we're on Dargonus, oh no, he's literally saying the same things. Okay, never mind. Void ship bridge to the outside. If I go talk to her again. Aha! Your ladyship! Clementia looks away from her data slate. I hope that your stay on Dargonus will be beneficial to your physical and mental state. I understand that the heir to the Protectorate must have her hands full, but one shouldn't forget about rest. Actually, speaking of rest, do you have a bath where I can harass one of my retinue? No? Okay. Well, that's a pity. That is a right shame. All right, let's go outside, I guess. Maybe I should have told him I wanted to do it right now. It's true. It's true. Oh. Okay, we're going outside. Greetings, your ladyship. Oh, okay. Well, nothing's happened when we come out here. Is there stuff out here that I can pick up? No. Can I go talk to Kabbalah and be like, I have slain many people for you? Hey, Jai. What are you doing? Still trying to swindle my peeps? Okay, well, I'm gonna go back to my ship briefly then, because I don't know what I'm gonna do. Return to the ship. Return to what ship? What is the difference between going to my void ship bridge and returning to the ship? Are they both the same? My guess is they're the same. I can't believe there's not a bath in my palace. That is ridiculous. I just want you all to know that. Alright, we're here. I'm gonna cross the threshold. Nope, apparently I need to turn around. That's what I need to do. Boop! To my quarters, please. Alright. There's my bed, there's my bath. Let's bring Jai. Because I think she's the only one we haven't talked to. Alright. I have, like, spoken to her, except on the station. That's the only time I've spoken to her, so I have no idea what to expect from this. Alright, the Master of Abulations, Jai. She knows how to have a good time. At once! Shireen, I hear you are in need of entertainment. Well, do not worry. I have the perfect solution. I will show you how to combine the joys of drinking and the rigorous intellectual recreation into one incredible pastime. We will play a game of regicide, but instead of pieces, we will use shots of AMSAC. The rules are simple. When you capture an opponent's piece, you have to take a shot. Are you ready? Let's play. Oh, I like this. I like this, Oh. Allow Jai to take the lead so you can keep a clear head. Oh, I failed. You intentionally place your pieces in harm's way, hoping to trick your opponent into getting drunk and throwing the game. However, Jai appears to be employing the exact same strategy. Damn it! Your clever ploy eventually succeeds, and you watch Jai's eyelids start to droop. Hold on, wait a minute. Is it your turn or mine? Jai reaches for a piece and knocks it over, spilling the AMSAC all over the board. Tell you what, you can have this one, Shireen. If I have another drink, I think I'll fall right into this bathtub. And you don't want a corpse in your pool, do you? Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, right. I think I need to get some air. Nope, she leaves me. You are alone once more. I got her drunk. All right, well, I'm going to close my eyes. We're going to relax a little bit. I failed, but still managed to get her drunk before I got drunk, so ha. And literally we're out of people to bring to the bath. We must find the Drukhari and the Space Marine, or else. Trauma. Alright, let's go here. I'm gonna talk to Heinrich.
You have my complete attention.
I better. Okay, I can't say anything new to him. You know, where is... Okay, here's Abelard. Does he have anything to say because we've gone to Janice? Nope. I must take my leave.
Lord Captain.
Excellent, thank you. End dialogue. Bridge officer, my bridge officer. Let's see. I've got... I think Argenta, Idira, and a couple other people are all down here at Cassia, yeah. Alright, let's talk to Argenta.
Greetings.
Tell me about the Adeptus Sororitas.
Gladly, there are none more faithful to the God Emperor than my sisters. We fight against his enemies by the will of the Holy Ecclesiarchy. I beg your pardon, rogue trader. Here I am talking about what every lesser noble in the Imperium knows. So what exactly are you interested in hearing?
Oh my god, she's so excited to talk about it. First of all, Argenta. Don't make me swallow a chip down the wrong esophagus. Are you positive? Okay, let me actually ask chat. Do you agree with Argenta? Do you think that the Sisters of Battle, there are none more faithful to the God Emperor than the Sisters of Battle?
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
As a fact.
Are they less likely to fall to corruption? I guess there's plenty of
Yes.
Space Marine chapters that have fallen, but I don't actually...
Very few sister chapters, if any, have fallen to chaos.
Okay. Alright, fair enough. And I can't, like, and the other, like the Astra Militarum and, like...
Oh, yeah.
The normal people. Faithful? Yes? Okay, cool. Alright.
Yeah, 50% of Space Marines turn chaos.
True. True. That is actually accurate. So, you know, now that I've actually thought about it, I guess I would also agree with her, but I hadn't really thought about it before, and I was like, huh, wouldn't Space Marines be it? But no, definitely not. Grey Knights? Do you think the Grey Knights are more faithful?
Well, okay, but they're not like they're on one planet. The Grey Knights live on Titan.
The Administratum is not more faithful.
No.
Are you kidding me?
And the Administratum is the government.
Exactly, that's why they're definitely not more faithful.
I guess it's where they're faithful to the Imperium, aka themselves.
No, I was gonna say they're faithful to their own rules, not to like the God Emperor.
Yeah.
They would never get corrupt if there was paper to be done. I disagree with you, Al. I disagree. What is this black line? Is this? Oh, it's a pillar on the game. Never mind. I looked over and I was like, I was going into it. Because it looks like I'm getting thrown into a portal. Look.
I understand. I understand, dear.
Excellent. I'm just checking something real quick. I'm expecting a package and it's supposed to have some cool shoes in it. I really want it. Okay, it's saying it's out for delivery, but it has not apparently been delivered yet. Sad. They say the Adeptus Sororitas are the fiercest in their faith among the warriors of the Imperium. Is it true?
It is. The Sisters of Battle are a fire lit by the God Emperor. They are the echo of his voice that travels through the dark expanses of the universe.
Home.
We bring his wrath.
You make a good
to
point. We'll discuss that as soon as she's
heretics,
finished talking.
and other enemies of humanity. We protect the faithful from the unholy and unhallowed. Sometimes with words. More often than not with a bolter.
Damn it, I do love you with your bolter, don't I? Okay, you make a good point, Home. What about in comparison to the custodians? Are the sisters more faithful than the custodians?
No.
Okay.
But I would also argue that the custodians are also from a single planet.
Right, because they're only on Terra.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I give you that. I give you that.
Like, for a faction that is distributed across the galaxy, they are the most loyal.
I would agree. Are you going downstairs?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind.
You've had enough soda.
I wasn't gonna ask
What
you.
do you need?
I was gonna have you check outside the door to see if my package arrived.
Oh, I'll look later.
I'm very glad. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I thought it was okay, to be fair, I thought the pillar, before I realized it was on the screen as well, when I first glanced over, I was like, did I fuck up my green screen somehow? Like, I thought maybe it was showing, like it was messing that up. But nope, it's just in that. Custodians never meet the Emperor. They guard a box. No, they definitely clean him, I thought. Like, don't they? I thought the custodians did more than just, like, hang out and guard, like, the room that he sits in. I swear they've gone in there. Because that's, like, that's the whole point of them, like, cycling through the various captains and stuff, too, is because, like, they all take different duties. And such. So, are all sisters truly as faultless
Even
as you
the
say?
novices, the Adeptus Sororitas, are drawn from among the most worthy. Those who have taken the vows and become a full-fledged sister are the best of the best.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Trials of body and spirit.
How many of the Eyes of the
Yes,
Emperor are there
have
then?
been
There can't be that
cases
many
when
retired
sisters
custodies, right?
stumbled or showed weakness. But do not expect to hear a story of depravity or downfall from me.
Okay.
Each such occurrence is a great tragedy for us all. Light cannot bear the smallest speck of darkness within. And thus those who have trespassed or shown weakness of spirit are given a chance at redemption. They are called Sisters Repentia, and may the enemy tremble before her, for nothing can stop a sister of battle who yearns to be cleansed of fault and weakness. Wearing nothing but robes, no armor, eviscerator in hand, those sisters who have once faltered find repentance on the battlefield. Their lives are seldom long, but a death in the name of purgation is a better fate than to live with a shadow in one's soul.
And what order are you from?
Once I had completed my novitiate, I was sent to the Calixian branch of the Order of Our Martyred Lady, assigned to the Order's Pronatus. The Order's mission is vital and noble. The Sisters Pronatus protect great relics of the Imperium. We guard them, preserve them, escort them when they are brought onto the battlefield, or presented for pilgrims to venerate.
Okay. Hence why she's so obsessed with the relics and
And we
such.
seek out the relics that have been lost. Neither a coven of heretics nor the most wicked death world can deter Sisters Pronatus when their goal is to return a piece of the great legacy of the Imperium into the hands of the faithful.
Interesting. So your order is not one of the ones of the militant ones, but you're a trained fighter.
Don't let the name deceive you. The Order's militant trains sisters to march onto the battlefield as an army. That does not make sisters who belong to the non-militant orders timid and helpless.
Oh, my girl, I would never actually, like, I did not try to imply that you were timid or helpless. More so that it was just unusual to
Both
see
the
how well
soul-springing sisters
DACA
of
you are.
Talon and the enlightened sisters Dialogus know how to greet enemies of humanity. Their
I love the Blood
dialogue
Ravens.
with heretics is usually quite short, with the last word being a bolter discharge. And my order has all the more reason to be known for the martial prowess of its sisters. We are the keepers of the Imperium's relics. What would become of our blessed hero's legacy if the Sisters Pronatus could not protect it?
What would become of it? Are there any other members of the Adeptus Sororitas in the Kronos
None
Expanse?
that I'm aware of, but the Sisterhood's orders are many, and can operate independently of one another, sending their sisters wherever their presence is needed as deemed by the Ecclesiarchy. Perhaps somewhere in the Lord Inquisitor's retinue, may his path be blessed, my sisters perform their duty as we speak. I wish it were so. Even a single evening spent in joint prayer and training would bring me joy.
Oh my god, I hope I can find you some sisters. I have no more questions
Should
about
any
your
more
sisterhood.
arise, keeping them to yourself would be imprudent. It is a virtue to take an interest in holiness.
You got it,
Of
girl.
course, my mission is all I can think about.
Alright, I don't actually...
One day we will reach Salus
Oh,
Prime.
we will.
And stand
Don't worry.
before the...
Thank you for this conversation. Cassia, I feel like I've... Heinrich! Do you have anything to say to me? Because I gave you people, like, the ability to carry arms? How are you and your sister, niece, doing? Safe and sound, thanks to you. Nemi has been going on and on about how great and noble you are. You're her new idol. Meanwhile, okay, wait a minute, but the God Emperor should be her idol? Okay. Meanwhile, Mia just snorts and says that she's thought you'd be taller. I am a respectable 5'4", thank you. She's trying very hard to pretend she's not impressed with the whole acquaintance thing. Ah, well. Life has been tough for those two. I take care of them as best as I can, but at that moment, I was powerless. There was only one other time I ever felt so helpless. Thanks to you for standing up to them. I will never forget this. Ever since Elise died, they are all I have left. Elise? Elise Nora, my wife. She died saving the ammo depot back in Lady Theodora's time. The smoke from the IO stick mercifully obscures Heinrich's, hiding the traces of emotion on his face. Don't mention it. I am most respectful. I must respectfully disagree, Lord Captain. I will, because I can. I could then go and be like, remind me who you are, and be an asshole. So, how did you actually become the service in the Valencia dynasty? Not in the usual way. My ancestors wronged yours and were appointed as inferni as a result. Hard labor, deadly risks, plenty of opportunities to atone. Those criminals have been dead for generations, but we are still serving the time. Maybe we will find redemption one day. I mean, I kind of already gave you access to weapons again. So, tell me about the Infernus Guild. What interests you the most? Our duties? Our state-of-the-art equipment? Or our vibrant traditions? What traditions? We have plenty of those. Like the reminders. Heinrich rolls up his sleeves, revealing a tattoo inscribed over an old burn mark. When you survive a particularly hopeless accident, you get a tattoo on your scar. You can always tell an experienced Infernus by their ink. It's like a badge of honor of sorts. Alright, and the state-of-the-art equipment? That sounds interesting. The Infernus Master smiles guiltily. That was a bit of a stretch, I'm sorry. There was no state-of-the-art equipment. The risks of ruining it in a fire are too great. We get by using human resources and the most common items available. Respirators, fire extinguishers, flame-retardant uniforms. Let's face it, the lives of the Inferni are not worth much. It's more important that we save the machines than to minimize damage to the ship. How's the guild organized? The Infernus Services is split into different bridges according to duties. The heart of the guild are, of course, our liquidators. Tough guys with nerves of steel who put out fires and pull people from the flames. Others are repairmen, dealing with problems like jammed doors, fuel leaks, and broken vents. And then there's the walking inspectors, who check the decks to make sure nothing is blocking any passages or access to communication lines. And tell me how you get your reminders? He points to the tattoo on his right forearm. This one is from the time a plasma leak from the outer aft circuit. Imagine yourself clinging to the hull outside, thermal cutter in hand, and a magnetic clamp in the other. As your flames burst from the breach, the kind that can incinerate you in seconds, all that separates you from death is a flimsy rope and a void suit more ancient than Holy Terra. And yet the price I paid was nothing compared to my comrades. He slowly moves the augmented finger on his right hand. Oh. As for this one, the look he directs at his left hand is full of bitterness. I got this one in an ammo depot where my wife... Depot, sorry. The ammo depot where my wife, Elisnor, died. There was a fire, the flames were getting close to the ammunition, and I don't mean autogun rounds. These were macro cannon shells. Oh, shit. We put out the fires as best we could, but we were losing. Suddenly, Elise took my hand, kissed me, and then ran straight into the blaze and activated the emergency blast door. We stayed outside while she vented the compartment. Einrich gives a tender smile, gazing at the smoke. It was quite a story. I'm sorry for your loss, Einrich. He nods gratefully and takes another puff. I have learned all I need. What shall we talk about? I'm not going to ask you who you are, because I know who you are. You are my train friend. This is enough for now, Einrich. Thank you. Never let your fire go out, Lord Captain. I mean, no. Einrich hurriedly waves his hand. That's just a stupid little guild in-joke. Seriously, if you see an Inferni next to a naked flame, run. Very well. I will keep that in mind, Einrich. Thank you. Let's see. Cassie is down here. I believe Kabbalah is on this side. Yes, please do hit the like button if you are enjoying the stream. It's true, they are. There's so many of them, aren't there? All right, Kabbalah, do you have anything more to say? Because we haven't talked in a little while, and I'm sad about it.
Take heed, Nemo. Our blessed Domin honors us with a visit. The one who delivered this ark from the curse of your existence.
The malformed skull on Kabbalah's hand has been polished to a pale sheen. Its empty eye sockets pose a question that can only be answered in death. Who is Nemo?
An aberration.
Or Nemo.
Your
It's
former
a small
foe.
fish,
His
clownfish
eternal
that
foe.
it's off the coast of
My
Florida.
new companion in
Really
shadow
an award-winning
and
actor. They've
trophy.
made a number of documentaries
You
about him.
once knew him by the name Nemesite.
I think this
but
was all
now
before they canceled
his
Ellen.
name is Nemo.
It's Nemo, not Nemo. I mispronounced it. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. That's the That's the captain in 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Nemo?
Yeah.
Really? Is that his name?
Yeah, Captain Nemo was the captain of the submarine.
But it's not Nemo. It's Nemo. She specifically, it's spelt Nemo, but she's pronouncing it Nemo. And I don't know if that's because Kabbalah can't pronounce Nemo, or if she just calls it something like...
We'll never know.
Oh my god! Oh no, wait, well hold on, I was talking over her a little bit, so I didn't hear what she said. You once knew him as Nemesite. It's Nemesite! Oh, she took the aberration skull! Or not the aberration, the, oh god, what was his name? He's got the three-armed dude. She took the three-armed dude's skull.
The Gene Stealer.
Yeah, the Gene Stealer, well no, he still wasn't technically a Gene Stealer, but she's created a pet.
Acolyte.
Yes.
Whenever I feel the need to voice my thoughts, I turn to him. He is far wiser in death than when he was alive.
Oh, excellent. Well, I'm glad that you have a companion. I'm a little concerned by this, actually, Kabbalah. Like, the fact that you slew our enemy, have mounted his skull onto, like, your body, and you are now talking to it, and you think it's wise? So what did you want to discuss?
For years, I have been honing my body and spirit through sacred rituals. I have ushered hundreds of souls to the other side. The hunt for Nemesis was not my first. Yet, after my enemy fell, for the first time ever, I felt empty. And that emptiness only grew heavier under the weight of the question that formed in my mind during that hunt.
Okay.
I prayed. I longed for his guidance to put my mind at rest. But in my self-pity, I showed weakness in the eyes of the Undying One. And so, my only answer was silence. I must therefore ask you this agonizing question, Domin. Tell me, what is the purpose of the blood-spun web?
I have a feeling that the Imperium is just gonna end up going to war with everybody that they go to the table with. It's almost like they are kind of racist in the Imperium of Man and don't like xenos or chaos. And they just can't tolerate them. The Scourge of the Renegades, you delivered his vengeance in the name of the righteous. Does this have anything to do with our earlier conversation about your resemblance to Nemesis? You serve the Undying Emperor, yet you also serve his faithful. You are the giver of his peace. You are in a sect of the most deadly and terrifying zealots on this ship. I can't be the judge of that. I'm gonna ask if this has anything to do with the resemblance to Nemesis.
Please, just answer me.
You serve the Undying Emperor, yet you also serve his faithful. You are the giver of his peace.
Then that makes me a driver of the ignorant. One who guides people into following an idea they may never hope to comprehend. All my life, I have walked the road that was prescribed for me. I did as I was told. I searched for the truth in other people's words, then repeated them in my own voice. And I never once questioned my destiny, until you came along, Nemo.
The way Kabbalah drags her metal claws across the skull in her hands seems almost affectionate. Oh god, my girlfriend's becoming, like, obsessed with the skull.
I might just as easily have met Nemesite's fate, and he mine. All it would have taken is a different pattern of threads. The only distinction lies in our ideas. Thank you for this conversation, Domin. It has satiated the void that gnaws at my soul, if only for a time. As for how to seal this chasm for good, that I have yet to find out. May the tenets of the web guide me to the truth.
Indeed. Alright, we'll end that. So we progressed that. Can we talk to her again?
Take heed, Nemo. Our blessed Domin honors us with a visit. The one who delivered this ark from the curse of your existence.
If the Undying One whispers my name, will you carry out his will?
If the Undying One chooses to take your soul, he will take mine along with it. You will not fall by my hand, for that is not my duty.
I want to talk about us.
I'm here, Domin.
Oh, the expression in Kabbalah's eyes changes. She glances at you from beneath eyelashes and smiles slightly. I miss you. Making out! Okay, that was us hugging, not us kissing. How dare you?
Thoughts are of you, Domin.
Kabbalah steps into your arms, giving herself completely to the kiss. When she withdraws, her hand sliding gently down your face, she gives you a look that sets your heart ablaze. Excellent. Do I talk to her again about us, and do I see if I can go somewhere private with her? Because I saw that was an option. God, I must take my leave. I must cool down.
Undying One.
Yes, thank you, Kabbalah. You're wonderful. Oh, Yearlit. Yearlit's lithe form stands frozen in an unnatural pose amid the blinking lumens and the dancing shadows of the bridge. Her hands are clasped together strangely, and her eyes are tightly closed. Her chest is utterly still, as if she is not breathing at all. Are you alright? Your words are met with deafening silence, but the flicker of Yearlit's eyes beneath her closed lids lets you know that she is still alive, at least. It is quite considered for an Eldari who abhors attention to behave so strangely. I'm gonna wait a while. For the first time, Yearlit takes a deep breath in through her nose and barely audibly exhales. Her body remains as relaxed as ever, and her eyes are still closed. Your presence does not seem to be in any way distracting her. Sits down beside her and waits. It seems this is going to take a while. You find a somewhat comfortable spot and let yourself settle. Yearlit still does not react to your presence, and as time passes, you begin to sink into your own thoughts. Oh. Telos, thank you so much for the $5 donation. Better that we had all burned in the fires of Horus's ambition than lived to see this. You know what? Sometimes it does. I do wish that the galaxy burned in Horus's rage. It would have been so lovely. But then we wouldn't have had, like, Fulgrim being a little pissy bitch, and, like, Grandfather Nurgle wouldn't be going and doing his thing, Slanesh wouldn't be having fun, Khorne wouldn't be collecting more skulls, because it would have burned. Everything would have burned. And where's the fun in that? I mean, like, chaos would cease to be a thing because no one would be around to fuel it anymore. And that's not cool, so maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we shouldn't let Horus's ambition burn. All right. Woo, woo! I succeeded my willpower test. The gilded chrono in your hands tells you that 2 watch hours have already elapsed. Your muscles feel stiff and your head feels heavy on your neck. When you next glance around the small section of the bridge that Yearlit has adopted for her own use, you catch someone's sharp, attentive gaze.
You are still here, Elentark.
Yearlit's words do not sound like a question or an expression of surprise. Her eyes quickly sweep over you and she nods in greeting. You were in, like, some sort of deep, special Eldari meditation, weren't you?
Yes.
She arches a delicate brow.
I am sometimes surprised by the depth of your knowledge of my kind's customs, Elentark. But even if listening is your only skill, that in itself elevates you above billions of other monkey.
I love to be elevated above billions of other monkey.
My meditation is immersion. Immersion into myself, my inner world. It is my chance to speak to myself, but without words, or to heal wounds that cannot be seen with ordinary sight. It is difficult to explain, even in the language of the children of Asurian. There are so many meanings and shades in its sound alone, and the monkey tongue is too sparse and awkward.
Well,
no.
Forgive me.
Immersion must be seen to be realized.
Oh, can I meditate with you? I mean, I literally kind of spent 2 hours doing that with you already. Can I just say that I spent a lot of downtime just sitting silently with my companions. I did it with Pascal for 6 hours. While it's not always silent. We talk a lot, but sometimes, yeah. I mean, you are literally sitting silently right now as I'm streaming, aren't you? Sorry. But yeah, like, I've spent 2 hours with Yearlit just in silence, spent 6 hours in a bath in silence with Pascal. I mean, he may have been binarically, like, singing, I suppose, or, like, chattering, but I don't speak binary, so I didn't understand it.
I should say, Elentark, that during meditation, the mind does not leave the body. Part of it remains vigilant, monitoring what is taking place outside. So I heard every word you said, and I saw everything you did.
I was trying to be respectful.
Restraint is not a trait that your kind is known for. And yet, you did not interrupt my immersion, Elentark. A worthy act. I will remember this.
Hopefully fondly. Your lip nods to you, curtly, but gratefully. So you knew I was here the whole time and you didn't even bat an eye. In the future, you will answer me at once. I will not tolerate such blatant disrespect. Definitely not. We have pressing matters to discuss. We have pressing matters. Alright. The strange and blasphemous things started happening during the first warp voyage with you on board. The crew are whispering that you may be the reason. Is it true?
The minions of She Who Thirsts could sense my soul behind the thick walls and thin veil that separate your fragile lives from the roiling fury outside. A child of Asurian that dared to wander beyond the veil, within the reach of an outstretched claw, protected only by the barrier of unreliable monkey technology. It is too tempting a quarry for the monsters that serve Cylon Thresh.
Silent Thresh.
Our ships never venture beyond the veil, and I never traveled the way you do, monkey. Elantak, I admit this was a novel experience. I lost
There's a hint of guilt in
composure,
her voice.
let dismay into my heart, and almost strayed from the path. This moment of hesitation drew the attention of She Who Thirsts. But I summoned my will and used the knowledge of meditation to achieve balance, and hide my soul behind an impenetrable wall of resolve. Future journeys beyond the veil will still be difficult, but I will steel my heart and not let the hounds of Cylon Thresh pick up my scent ever again.
Alright, cool. I expect that. Football is abuzz with rumors about xenos ravaging the sector. Do you think it could be from your kins from the Kurdok?
Is that snake venom seeping from your lips? We, the children of Azurian, are no strangers to the art of war. We are not raiders, or butchers, or least of all, fools. When a craft world is beset by calamity, its inhabitants do not start a war with every monkey in the sector.
So they definitely, well, they are chaos. Like, Dark Mechanicum is a chaos, like, faction, but they are themselves not, like they, okay, technically, last year, I think it was, or maybe in 2022, Games Workshop did introduce a new Dark Mechanicus character when they sort of, like, started to hint at bringing that faction more into, like, actual tabletop gameplay, because it's not really one that's supported super well and hasn't been for many, many years, if ever. And I don't remember his name. I want to say it started with, like, a V or something like that. But and they kind of represented him as a deity of sorts. But as far as I know, like, I don't know if that's, like, been canonized, if it's, like, official that he's actually a chaos god, or, like, a minor.
No, he's more like a demigod.
Okay, like, I kind of took it as he is, like, a prince of, like, a demon prince of, like, the Dark Mechanicus, essentially, rather than him being, like, on Khorne or Nurgle or Slanesh or, like, Tzeentch's level. Like, he's definitely not up there. The only person who I would say, like, is even close to that would be either the gods of the Aldari race or the God Emperor himself in regards to just, like, psychic, ethereal power. I don't remember what, was it Vashtor or Vash, something like that? I want to say, like, now all I have in my head is Vash the Stampede, but that is a completely different series, and he is not a bad guy. Oh, you keep mentioning She Who Thirsts. What can you tell me about her? Please, do. Tell me more about the Prince of Pleasure. I do not know anything about her, and I would love for you to regale me. The mechanisms that would the machine above everything else, so they hate the flesh. That is, they do hate the flesh. And there are definitely, like, Dark Mechanicus, because, like, they're in the book Mechanicum. In fact, that's, like, probably the first time we really see them. machine spirits that have fallen to chaos, been corrupted by scrap code and all of that. But they're definitely not like their own. Like, they're undivided. As far as I know, like, Dark Mechanicus, in the same way that Abaddon, the spoiler, is Chaos Undivided, because he doesn't actually allege himself with one of the 4 gods specifically. He just is like, give me your power, I'm going to use it to my will because I have, like, an ambition to do a thing. But I'm not actually going to fall to any of you guys specifically, which I think ultimately is, like, why, honestly, they don't succeed. Ultimately, is because he can't give in to them completely. But yeah, that's sort of the idea with the Dark Mechanicus. So what happened to your homeworld?
It is a mystery as inscrutable as the sigh of the last immortal, as deep as the waters of a dark ocean. And I can tell you little, for I was far away, on a mission with my unit. We returned at the appointed hour, but we did not find Kruderok in its celestial harbor. It happened many journeys ago, or standard years, as you say. But I remember that moment as if it happened this very day. The memory of a loss is always stronger than the memory of a gain, especially when you lose something as significant as a home. Or an entire world.
And you guys don't, like, procreate enough for, like, the memory of a gain to really be probably that impactful on you, because it doesn't happen very often. And what else are you gaining? Like, you don't reclaim worlds very often, as far as I know, either, unfortunately. Because there's just so few of you left.
We searched. We called out. We looked everywhere. But we saw only emptiness, and the echo of calamity. Countless days passed before I found myself on the Lilithon and met some of my kin. Those refugees who had barely managed to reach our ancestral planet. Their stories were far from being the fruit of truth I so badly craved. Those who agreed to talk to me were few, for most saw me as a wayward daughter who had spurned the honorable paths. And they would not stop babbling about the terrible disease that spread black tendrils of pain over the paths of the Infinity Circuit and deadened our world one segment after another. The ones who survived fled in fear and wandered between the stars, until the Lilithon's warm light reached out to some of them. Some, like Muaran, lay the blame entirely on Monkey. However, I do not know the truth, but I hope, I desperately hope and pray to the gods that someday it will be revealed to me.
And what is an infinity circuit?
Is idle curiosity a defining feature of the Monkey? Or are you trying to learn about the weaknesses of my people so you can destroy another world of the children of Asurion? Forgive me, Elentark, but I am not ready to immerse you in the font of my people's deepest mysteries.
I'm sorry, I was just curious. So what was your like before it fell?
Kruderok cannot be described in your language. It can only be sung, encased in a filigree of sounds, a melody as complex and delicate as the Infinity Circuit.
Okay, you can't keep mentioning it and then deny me the opportunity to learn what it is.
Seen in the golden hues of sunlight, felt in the breath
it's a
of
crystalline
celestial
psychoactive
winds.
matrix that supplies the wells of
Though
psychic
it was
power
an
to the Aldari
artificial
craft
world,
world.
It was just as alive as any real planet.
How about the Infinity Circuit? Right?
Yeah, I like how. Thank you, Owlcat. Yearlit. I will not tell you about the Infinity Circuit, Elentark. I do not like you well enough to know this. Owlcat has the game. Here is a description of what the Infinity Circuit is for those of you that don't know. Just hold over this and highlight it. Excellent. All right.
But I must
I
see
cheated,
clearly.
Yearlit. Sorry.
Not only light, but also shadows. I yearn to remember only
Ross Sepher, I
Kruderok's
did,
beauty.
and thank you so
But it had
much.
a
I hope
dark
you
side
had a
too.
wonderful holiday as well.
My world was isolated for too long. Like a lake of stagnant water. There was no movement or renewal. And even the sweetest outbursts of life soon turned fetid. Who knows? Who knows? Had there been no stagnation, had our elders not been so blind in their dogmatism and our youths not lacking in courage, then perhaps Kruderach would still be alive even now?
How do your craft worlds even work? What can you tell me about the history of the Eldari? You keep mentioning... Yeah, we'll get to that question.
Is idle curiosity a defining feature of the monkey? Or are you trying to learn about the weaknesses?
Okay, can you tell me about your history?
I'm afraid your life is too fleeting, and your memory too feeble to encompass the entirety of my knowledge. My people ruled the stars when yours did not even have a name. But many of our songs and stories were lost, stolen by she who thirsts. I can tell you the children of Asurian
Curse her!
created, caressed the stars as if they were pearls on a string, until Cylon Thresh smothered our empire in her terrifying embrace.
I mean, you guys did kind of conceive her, so what else was she supposed to do?
Different branches of the Eldari chose different paths to salvation. My ancestors chose an eternal journey through the starry void, living on craft worlds instead of real planets. We rescued countless wonders from the days before, but far from all. You saw this on the Lilithon. Not even we can always master the gates our ancient ones built. This is the story of the Azuriani. There are branches that chose a different path, gruesome and frightening, but I do not wish to tell you about them. That is our dark side, just as your kin have many dark sides of their own.
And we don't like to talk about them. The Drukari, they're sort of like the black sheep of the family, and yeah. You keep mentioning She Who Thirsts. What can you tell me about her?
Why ask this question? Is it idle curiosity, or something else? Do not turn your thoughts towards Cylon Thresh, whatever your motive. She is downfall. She is hunger. She is the enemy of all that is good in the universe. She is an enemy to the Eldari, and I hope to you as well.
Calm down. There was nothing wrong with curiosity, idle or not. Knowledge is always a boon, including knowledge of one's enemies. The Chaos Guards are the enemies of the Imperium, which means they are my enemies. You can be sure of that. Don't worry.
We are as different as starlight and its reflection in a muddy puddle. But we share a common enemy. Constancy is our strength.
Alright, I have learned what I want to know. You have my
As
gratitude.
you wish, Elantark.
Oh my god, I have so many more things I can talk to her about. Though I'm not going to have her leave my void ship. Why did you agree to join me? It is not strange for an Eldari to be following a human. Not really. That's not really that strange. What do you think is happening on Janus right now? Am I still unworthy of discussing your world and your kin? Apparently. I'm not gonna bother. Okay, we're gonna leave her. We're gonna leave her alone for right now. I kind of feel like I pissed her off a smidge. Just a smidge. Pascal, we haven't talked to you, have we?
My apologies. 19% of my processing power is engaged in the analysis of my tech comrade's memory. My response time may be longer than usual.
No problem, Pascal. I just spent 2 hours sitting next to Yurlit while she was, meditating, so it's fine. Are you not surprised that Amarant's words had such an effect on Opticon 22?
I was not knowledgeable as to how popular Blessed Amanat's teaching was in explorator circles. The Cognizant's fleet is massive. His ideas might have found a larger following on its periphery than in the Mother Squadron.
Have you found anything out?
The data is scarce. His identification code is the same as mine, and his memory contains data
I'm very excited about the Hobby Night Wood Shop as well.
did take place.
Rosper, yes. Well, I am... No. I can't claim to be She Who Thirsts. That would be blasphemous. But I do worship her.
That he was who he claimed to be, and that he served the Deus Mechanicus earnestly and eagerly.
Okay. Alright. He gave off the impression of a paranoid man.
Notwithstanding his permanent state of agony, he was not cognitively dysfunctional. His desire to immediately destroy the object he had deemed profane was partly dictated by his engrammatic augmetics, which were receiving imperatives from his battle harness.
I feel like you're just making excuses for him, Pascal.
In light of the oddness of our matching identification codes, I find merit in his hypothesis as to the existence of a clandestine malevolent agent or conspiracy operating inside our fraternity.
Who do you think was behind the assassination?
No data available. I will hypothesize that the assassination was instigated by an enemy of the blessed Amanat's doctrine. I accept the possibility that the assassins were targeting me, only to be led astray by Tarsus and my own identical identifiers.
Interesting.
I am concerned about the fate of Archmagos Amanat. According to Opticon 22, he went missing in the wake of the incident on an Arc Mechanicus, the Hermetico. Information about that ship and its perishing has been purged from the archives. I accept the possibility that the incident on the ship, the concealed data, and the assassination have all been part of a single conspiracy.
Oh, I absolutely think you were right on about that, Pascal. Ross, I'm also very much looking forward to whatever comes of the Henry Cavill Warhammer project. I will admit, I am mildly just like watching it with a lot of scrutiny and speculation of it actually succeeding, because frankly at this point I don't know if I trust it to be like to come to light. Basically, like I don't know if they'll ultimately go through with it. Like I want that to happen, especially considering I know how much Cavill like loves the franchise and the lore and would probably do right by it just because of the way that he handled himself in The Witcher, which I thought he did very, very well. And again, kind of sad that he ended up having a major disagreement with the creators there, and that really I felt like came to a screeching halt because of that. A real shame, because I really thought season 1 was quite good, or at least I remember it being like very enjoyable. So I'm hoping whatever he ends up doing with Warhammer 40k, like whatever story it ends up being, etc., is really cool. Like I kind of want an Eisenhorn story. I feel like that would be very appropriate and approachable for both existing fans and new fans, and a little bit different from like following a Space Marine story or something like that. So I don't know. I haven't looked into like what the project is supposed to be explicitly be like what any news about it has been, other than I know it's been approved. But yeah, I really hope it's not just all Astartes. Like I feel like they should really, for right now, keep that in the digital realm, because I feel like it's just easier to make Space Marines look cool if they're animated rather than them being a like real person or something like that, like a live action show. Whereas if you, and don't get me wrong, like if we do an Inquisition show or something like that, you could absolutely have some Astartes show up. I'm all for that. Hell, I want some Sisters of Battle to show up as well. But I'd rather see a story that is focused on the humans of the Imperium doing their thing and surviving and living and dealing with stuff, rather than focus on the inhuman portions of the Imperium, where I feel like we already get a plethora of media content and other stories. Not to say that, you know, the Inquisition and the Astra Militarum and those kinds of people don't have stories written about them, but the Space Marines always will have more, and GW will always focus on them in regards to, like, the lore and that kind of stuff. So we're getting direct from the source content covering Space Marines. I'd rather see a side project like this being spearheaded by a passionate fan focusing on something not just Space Marine. Like the Inquisition would be amazing. They would never cast me in the show. Mostly because I would never be able to read a script and like do that. I don't know if I would be able to handle that. I mean, I'd love to be in it. Don't get me wrong. Put me in a background. I'll just be like a background character or something. I'll be some servitor in the background. That'll be cool. Yes. I'll be a background character in the Warhammer show. That's my role. All right. Let's continue this conversation with Pascal, and then after we're done, I think we're going to go ahead and call it, because that'll be, what, about 4 hours or so? And we should probably get dinner soon.
Yep.
All right, so he was a believer, and he caused a schism. And then Tarzus was a believer, and turned into a zealot. Faith can be dangerous.
Of course, faith is dangerous. Faith is the prerogative of the spirit, and a spiritless mind is an enemy of all existence. Without faith, there is no meaning in anything. No point to any aspiration.
I don't think they're going to bring demonettes into the show.
But faith can take.
They're not going to touch Slaanesh, okay? Let's be honest.
They might.
I really don't think they're going to lean into Slaanesh. GW really, really hates doing... You know what? Okay. I still believe that Games Workshop is very unlikely to lean into Slaanesh for this show. However, The Emperor's Children are coming out in 2025, so maybe I'll get lucky and they will. That would be amazing. I still can't wait to pick up that Fulgrim model. It's going to be amazing. Can't wait to see my boys too, my little noise marines. They better be amazing. Blood Bull! Blood Bull! I don't think that would actually make a very good show, but if they did it as an actual sports thing, it would. Necromunda would be a cool show, though. Actually, you know... Yeah, no, Necromunda would be a very cool show.
As truth is discreetly separate from untruth.
Alright. Holy shit, okay. Did he believe that the Elder is to be in error?
Ammonites did not reject any one specific prohibition, but found their cumulative effect to be oppressive. The system of rigid limitations had confined seekers of knowledge to a circular track, spelling doom for the thinking mind. And that cycle of repetition had to be broken. That was why he was dubbed the Messiah of discontinuing.
Ah. Only a fool would find no flaw in the creed, but true faith lies in not looking for flaws. My faith is more than a mere set of rules. It's consistent of ideals which sometimes come into conflict with dogma, and I have been given the gift of will to set the dogma straight. I like that.
The Omnissiah has bestowed upon us the supreme mission, the quest for knowledge. The fact of its existence confirms that reason is yet to comprehend and quantify the universe in its entirety. This precludes the existence of any prohibition that could be considered universally relevant. All limitations need their exceptions, yet exceptions belie the inviolability of prohibitions.
Pascal's voice takes on a thoughtful tone, and its otherworldly might peters out. Perhaps you will be able to find out more.
I will continue my research into the Blessed Martyr's memory with all due reverence.
Alright, I'm gonna take my leave for now.
May your labors be effective and fruitful.
Excellent. Thank you, Pascal. And with that final conversation with Pascal, we will go ahead and conclude today's stream. When we come back next time, I'm hoping we'll have our ceremony that officially makes me... I mean, I technically already am official, but we haven't had my official ceremony to officially make me a rogue trader. So hopefully we'll do that next time, because my plan is to pop back over to the planet and be like, so, about my parade, I got to ride in a tank previously. Do I get to ride in a tank again? Because ideally, that is what I want. Put me in a fucking Lehman Russ again. Okay, but that is my goal. That is what we're going to go ahead and do. And you're going to take a quick visit to the wood shop? That's awesome. Well, I hope you enjoy your quick trip to the wood shop before you go to bed. I am very much looking forward to, because I actually have a local lumber place that's really close by, and I'm really excited to go check out like what wood options they have available, like what the quality looks like, because everything that I've been watching has been like people saying, find a lumber yard in your area that you can rely on, because sometimes the big box stores aren't always the best in regards to like the quality of the lumber and everything. And I'm like, I can believe that when it comes to like certain things for sure. So I'm very excited to go check that out at some point. Obviously I won't be buying anything quite yet because I need to finish getting a couple more things for the shop before I actually get started. But I have seen everybody's suggestions, so thank you for that, for like beginner things to try doing. It's really funny how many of you are saying that cutting boards are like sort of a somewhat intermediate step, because one of the like most of the books that I have actually gotten so far on like woodworking and getting started all tell me to start with a cutting board, like doing a glue up. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's because there's no like joints or anything that you're necessarily having to do, and maybe they think that's a little bit more complicated. But I have seen everybody suggesting like maybe doing a box or like a toolbox or a birdhouse, for example. And birdhouse is in one of the kits that I have. It's just labeled as the second project, not necessarily the first one. So I'll take a look at it. Definitely going to figure out which one's going to be the easiest and start trying with that. I'm also not afraid to fail and have to try it again. Like I expect that's going to happen. I don't expect to get my first like project super like amazing or perfect or anything like that. I expect it'll take practice. But what doesn't take practice that you end up wanting to be really good at and have like cool skills to have to do, right? They all take a lot of practice. So that is my plan, and I hope you guys are excited for the journey. That will be on the channel in 2025, absolutely. But in the meantime, I've been Angela. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening. We will definitely likely be back before the end of the year with one final stream, probably playing Rogue Trader. But if not, I will see you guys next year and have a happy new year. But I suspect I'll be having at least one more stream before then. Anyways, have a good evening, everybody. It was lovely to have you all here. Thank you so much. Bye.